In the past 2 weeks, I'm up 1745 on Underdog Fantasy, and I want you to win too.
But what are you waiting for? Click the link in my description and download the Underdog Fantasy app right now. And to make matters even better, users will receive a deposit match up to $100 if you use my code. If you put 100 in, they'll give you 100. You put 50, they'll give you 50. You put 20, they'll give you 20. You put 10, they'll give you 10. If that don't sound like a deal, I don't know what is.
Big old bus came a long way to be with us. You pay good money to see a show. I'm running cause here we go. Get on your feet cause I'm plugged in. Come on, let's do this. I'll turn it up. I'll crank it up. I'll show you all what I made up. I get loud. Ooh, that's some classic Hannah Montana right there. God damn it, where's my siren? Where is my siren? We motherfucking 2 drives late and shit. Come on now. It don't take that long to bury a body. Okay. Sounded long. Yeah, I gotta go live. Come on, son. It took a while to get this dirt off, man. It's not every day that you gotta put somebody in the dirt, you know what I mean? It's crazy out here, man. It ain't easy being in waste management, as they say. All right, I gotta go live. Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Wait a minute. How long was I live? Hold on, wait a minute. How long was I live? What y'all talking about? Ayo, wait a minute. Why y'all saying ayo for? What was going on just now? Y'all ain't here. Goddamn. Whatever the case may be. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in Hold My Nuggets Incorporated. Yes, indeed. We are in the West Wing in Hold My Nuggets Studios for your 2022 NFL Week 15. Can you believe there is only 4 weeks left in the regular season? Time freaking flew. Game, or I should say, NFC West divisional matchup where the 49ers can wrap up the division with a victory here on Thursday Night Football. Game highlight commentary. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Is Brock Purdy taking on Geno Smith? 2 names that nobody expected to be seeing each other starting on prime time at the beginning of this season. But the season fucking flew, so you guys had better appreciate the final month of the season and moreover, every single game, because I think every football season we take the season for granted. With every other sport, let me not say every other sport, but we've discussed this numerous times in the past, but for most sports, you can cruise through the regular season and then sit down and really enjoy the postseason. I think football is one of the few sports where every single game, even though the first month of the season, in my opinion, really does not matter that great of a deal as long as you go 500. But you do miss even watching the most boring games. Colts and Broncos, Thursday Night Football early in the season, maybe not that one. But for the most part, you're going to miss wanting to tune in to as many of these games as you possibly could. So make sure you cherish the remainder of this season. Ryan, put 5 on it, said if the 49ers win, they win the division tonight. Also, don't forget to put the Broncos in the Death Note. Yes, this Sunday, they will be going in the Death Note. I need Denver to lose so I can make the Death Note that much more interesting when they get eliminated. But I will say this much. I might not even record the video on that Sunday because Monday, or I should say Sunday, I have an invite to go to, I believe it's the Jets game. So I might go to the Jets game. So if I do, then the commentary recording will be a bit late, for sure. I probably won't go live, but I have to see how that all plays out. I'm not too sure if I'm going to pull up to the game yet. I do have an invite to go. I'm not too sure if I'm going to go to the game yet, but time will tell. But all I know is I ain't missing no teams on the Death Note this time around because CBS Sports done got me fucked up the last 2 weeks. It's not happening this time, so I'm going to stay on top of it. MDJ put 2 on it. Said thoughts on Vince wanting to come back to the WWE. That's all well and good, but I cannot envision a circumstance in which he comes back and resumes his role. He'll have a distant role, but as for calling the shots, I think he's been usurped at this point. And the individuals who are running the show, that being his son-in-law in Triple H and the other individuals who are now put in place, I am pretty sure that Vince, being a businessman that he is, will recognize the increase in ratings, moreover, the increase in the viewer approval, in how the shows have been ran since his, untimely departure. And understanding that as a businessman, you have to put your ego aside. So I think Vince will do what is best for business and not try to take his positioning back. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description and download the Underdog Fantasy app. We've got 4 parlays running right now. Now, since I have won 2 weeks ago, I have not taken any W's. So today, I'm going to need that to change. And I expect that to change on Underdog Fantasy. So if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, use promo code ADONIS, ADONIS. You don't got to use Adonis25. I know it pops up first. But whichever one is okay, but I prefer if you used Adonis. But let me show you what my 4 parlays today is on Pick'em, all right, because that is my favorite. Of course, best ball is on there. You also got the drafts as well, but me personally, I like to participate in the Pick'em. And keep in mind, they will match your deposit up to $100 on your first-time deposit. Let me show you, Casey, right now what I got going on. I got 4 running parlays. My first that I got going, trying to turn 20, I should say, how much? I'm turning 5, 5 into a hundo, okay? I'm going to turn 5 into a hundo. What I got going on right now? Kenneth Walker, I'm going to need him under 50 yards. Geno Smith, I need him to run for 17. I know it sounds crazy, but hear me well, right? The 49ers pass rush is absolutely lethal, right? And given that Geno Smith won't have that much time in the pocket, it's only a matter of time before that brother starts panicking, and I expect him to go out there and try to pick up some yardage. I believe that at one point during this game, he will have one big gain, and that should be enough to cover the doggone parlay. If in the event it doesn't work out in my favor, that really sucks. Next, I have George McGriddle-Kittle getting himself at least 4 receptions, Tyler Lockett being over 5 receptions, and Christian McCaffrey scoring a touchdown on the ground. Then, for my big parlay, I've got to try to turn 20 into 400. I got Will Dissly catching receptions that should total over 17 yards. Kyle Juszczyk under 8 yards. Jason Myers making at least 2 field goals. Robbie Gould joining him with 2. And then Kenneth Walker scoring at least 1 touchdown for the Seahawks. I think they'll find themselves inside the Kokino zone, Rosetta Stone Greek motherfucker. So when they're inside that red zone, they're inside the 5. Maybe they hand it off to Kenneth Walker. Maybe they throw it to Kenneth Walker. One way or another, I'm going to need that brother to find the end zone here today for my sake. Another opportunity to turn 5 into 100. So here's what I need to happen right now. I need Noah Fant to not be a factor whatsoever. Then I need Tyler Lockett also over 5.5 receptions. I need Christian McCaffrey to not be very productive today. That's going to be very difficult given the fact that Seattle's defense have been absolutely atrocious on the ground game, so this one could possibly get busted. Then I have a check for Geno. Just in case Geno does not pick up those yards on the ground, perhaps this parlay can work in my favor. So I figured maybe it depends on Geno. If it's up, then I have a possibility to win. If it's down, I have a possibility to win somewhere else. And then, of course, Brock Purdy, I don't have him having a very good game, at least throwing the football yardage-wise. And last but not least, my final parlay, Christian McCaffrey finding the end zone, DK Metcalf not being productive, Marquise Goodwin having a few yards. He had 95 last week. I expect him to at least get me 30 this week. Geno not throwing the football 35 times. And last but not least, Juwan Jennings having at least 30 yards receiving. Let me know what you think will transpire. Now, granted, I think at least 1 or 2 of them might not work in my favor, but I am feeling comfortable that perhaps 2 of them can work out, and I could be sitting on a little bit of change before this upcoming weekend. So we shall find out if the odds are ever in my favor, and they can be in your favor as well by clicking the link in my description, downloading the Underdog Fantasy app, using promo code ADONIS, and they will match your deposit up to $100. And make sure you let them know I sent you. Tiger put 5 on it. Says Sasha Banks and Mandy Rose are in your locker room giving you a great time. Whoa, wait a minute, Tiger, what you talking about? What you talking about? Where'd this come from? Oh, Jesus Christ, Christian McCaffrey. Huge gain. Now, granted, I need a McCaffrey touchdown, but I don't need no McCaffrey 70-yard touchdown. I don't need that. Give me a score. Don't give me no yardage. God damn it. Give me a touchdown. Don't give me no yardage. All right. Cedric Taylor put 5 on it. Said thoughts on Mandy Rose getting the boot. To be honest, I would have been fine with a 30-day suspension and a few months of burial because the content because the content that leaked. Now, a number of different people asked me if I was going to make a video on it. I pondered the idea, but I think I'll pass on making a video. But I will share my thoughts here. Do I believe that it was a fireable offense? Yes. Do I personally believe that she should have been fired? I think the firing of everything kind of steep. However, I have read conflicting stories. Some have said that she was warned ahead of time. Others had said that she was completely, sideswiped by the entire situation. But here's where a lot of people are getting things misconstrued because they're talking about, well, it's interesting that a hypocritical company like WWE can fire somebody for having their nudes leaked when there's Seth Rollins, there's Paige, there was Xavier Woods, and all of these people had leaks, and why didn't they get fired? Well, here's the difference. They had leaks that weren't uploaded by them, right? Now, granted, you can't leak your own things. However, what Mandy Rose was doing was posting on a private site for paying patrons, right? So, and you're using your WWE name. If she used her own personal name, she probably could have got away with it to where now the sympathy could have worked in her favor. However, when you have yourself in a situation in which you're using your work name, right? Your work name that is provided to you by the company. So that in tune, you're representing the company double time because for one of your regular image, that's one thing. But then to use the company name as well, that's another. So now that's a double whammy that exists there. Then the individuals who are the paying patrons go and they leak that. Of course, them leaking it, that shouldn't be a fireable offense. Somebody leaks your shit, that's not a problem. However, if you went behind the company's back, you were using the company's name that they gave you, and then now you're selling it to some, I should say that in reverse. Went behind the company's back. You're selling nudes of you using the company's name that they have provided you. Then, if they now have sanctions inside of the contract done, thus leading to your termination, I understand that. As it pertains to things in the past, well, you got to take a look at what they did with the Attitude Era. And what about during the Ruthless Aggression? These are decades apart. Oh, what about when Athena, or I should say Ember Moon, was told that she has to try to dress sexy like like Mandy Rose? Well, that was John Laurinaitis who told her to do so, right? He's been terminated and no longer with the company. Well, let me not say terminated. He had been relieved of his duties and released into the ethos of unemployment. And he's no longer with the company. So the old regime that all of this other stuff with Playboy, all this other stuff, they're no longer in management. So it's safe to say the standard that is now in office is completely different than what it was in the past. So you can look at the company and say, well, in the past, they did this, they did that, they did this, they promoted off of this, they did that. That regime is no longer there. So ultimately, I have no problem with what happened. Granted, I believe that 2 months, matter of fact, month and a half, Royal Rumble, Mandy Rose will be in the Royal Rumble. I guarantee you. She'll be in the Royal Rumble. People are just all panties in a bunch. It's been 24 hours. I promise you, within 2 weeks, ain't nobody going to be talking about it. Shorty going to show up at the Royal Rumble. She will have had the suspension or whatever, but I think they just did to send a message. But I'm pretty sure Triple H gave her a phone call, say, hey, this is the situation. So there's that. She will be back. Royal Rumble, she'll be back. Oh, wait a minute. Big man down. But hit that like button if you haven't already. We only got 99 likes. Come on now. We got nearly 400 in the building. We only got 99 likes. Let's get the likes up to 200. Help a brother out. Hit the like button if you have not already. Cedric Top. Oh, yeah, I just read that one. Tiger, but 5 on it, said, what's with the light? We playing Call of Duty? Oh, my. Well, we might as well. Oh, Jesus Christ. Christian McCaffrey finding holes. Trying to move the chains here. But essentially, a lot of people, they don't recognize how businesses work. Like, you can't sit here and then talk about, oh, what about the people who have DUIs? What about the people who have accusations? Here's the thing, right? Accusations. False. Accusations. Or possible, success, non-false, truthful accusations. However, you have to allow something to run its course, right? With the DUIs or individuals who are doing drugs, right? They have a step sort of program that they have there. Because think about like a Jeff Hardy. Think about a Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso type of situation. Whenever they have the DUIs and stuff like that. Now, granted, with the DUIs with the Usos, I think they perhaps have not been disciplined to the level that they should have been disciplined because there have been constant repeat offenses. I think there needed to be a form of rehab, unless I'm incorrect and they had already had the rehab situation. That should have, transpired. However, with the other individuals who have been put into rehab, different sort of things that they have going on, it's not as if they just say, all right, do whatever the fuck you won, no problem, right? However, if you had been warned ahead of time, in Mandy Rose's case, had been warned about doing this kind of stuff. Remember, a couple of years ago with Zelina Vega and all the different people who had OnlyFans, the people who was on Cameo, and they shut all that shit down. Granted, different regime. There's a different regime under Triple H and so on and so forth. However, you have to think of it as a business, not just emotional as a fan. You know, I think that's the biggest problem with the critique, how everybody's looking at it. You're looking at it from a very emotional fan kind of, look. Think about it as a business. Of course, you capitalize on the sexuality of the individual, but you have full-on nudes. When has WWE actually showed up, had people out there nude? How the hell are you going to use the example of Edge and Lita's live sex celebration? Did you see a penis? Did you see titties? Did you see nipples? Did you see, well, obviously Edge's nipples was out, but women's nipples, I guess they judge differently. I'm all about the free to nipple movement. Ladies, take your top off. Send me some videos. But, with the live sex celebration, did you see them have sex? Did you see them out there with all of their genitalia out? No. You saw an Edge erection, pause. But outside of that, you didn't see anything that was incredibly explicit. It was the illusion, the innuendo that was there. So it's a false equivalency. That's a conversation for a different time. Now, as for the game, ladies and gentlemen, the 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks in a battle for the NFC West. Let me tell you something right now. If you did not know, if the 49ers win the game today, they lock up the division, despite the fact that they had no Trey Lance, despite the fact that they had no Jimmy Garoppolo moving forward. Let me tell you something right now. Kyle Shanahan, I believe, should be right behind Nick Sirianni for Coach of the Year, for the job that he's done with the San Francisco 49ers, despite all of the injuries. Now, granted, Lance, Garoppolo now with an injured Debo, things of that nature. If they close out the season, let's say 3-1, 4-0, 2-2, whatever the case may be, I think he has a legitimate shot at possibly, getting that Coach of the Year. But of course, I think, despite their regular season awards or whatever, I think they take into account a bit of postseason, although they shouldn't. Or I should say they should, because there's no postseason MVP award. And I think because they moved it to right behind. Oh, there is George McGriddle Kittle, touchdown. I would have liked a field goal, but I ain't got no problem with that either. Touchdown, George McGriddle Kittle for the score. Hello, 49ers in front, Seattle already behind. And I think that drive was pretty much carried by Christian McCaffrey moving down the field. How much yardage does Christian McCaffrey have already? I think I have one parlay that has. Good Lord, Christian McCaffrey's about to destroy this parlay here. He's already got 57 total yards. He's already got 57. This man is damn near halfway. Well, that'll destroy that one. Luckily enough, the George Kittle one, there's a couple that still have potential. Damn. It's all good. And then how much yardage does Brock Purdy have throwing right now? Well, I should say through the year, he's got 60, so I'm not too concerned about that. But one of the parlays that have Christian McCaffrey not having a large day, that one might get busted. And what's interesting? The only reason why I said I would have that one as the lower was because I knew that Seattle's defense has been giving up a shit ton of yards. I figured they're playing in Seattle as a divisional game. Perhaps they may nut up and try to shut somebody down. It's only been one drive, or I should say 2 drives. However, who knows? Time shall tell. One way or another, San Francisco 49ers lead 7-0 over the Seattle Seahawks. Damn, Rudy. Put 5 on it. Said, bro, my brother-in-law has been diagnosed with lung cancer and kidney failure, given 8 weeks to live. Found out Monday. This one hurts. Well, first off, I'm sorry to hear that. Usually, we have jokey interactions, but this is very, very difficult for one to hear, and moreover for you to experience. So I'm incredibly sorry to hear that. I'm not going to say condolences because I believe that he can beat not only the cancer, but also the failure of the kidneys as well. It's just a matter of, it's going to be incredibly tough because when you're told you have fucking, for all intents and purposes, 2 months left to live, that can be incredibly discouraging. And I'm not too sure what his mental state right now is. I will tell you the same thing that I told the brother last stream. Every time you guys are together, cherish every moment. Cherish every moment. Celebrate life. Do things that you've always wanted to do. Don't take anything for granted. And moreover, try your best to stay positive in the existence of the absolute disarray that most likely is going on right now in his life. So, what I can tell you to do immediately is, for one, hang out as much as you can. Granted, the holiday season is going to be around, so everybody's family, for the most part, should be relatively together or whatever the case may be, and just do things that bring you joy on a consistent basis, not like once a week, whatever the case. Sacrifice time. Do as much as you can to get together to where, although the reality of the situation is prevalent, if you continue to do things that keep you in a state of euphoria and happiness, you'll almost forget and distract yourself of what, I don't want to say inevitable, but oh, Jesus Christ, Geno Smith is completely sacked, fumbled on the play. It's recovered by Seattle, but a huge loss in the backfield. It was discount Troy Polamalu Hufanga who done hit him in the backfield. But you try to do as many things that not only bring you, but also him happiness as well. So I look forward to 6 months down the line, you putting in the chat that he is still here, kicking, thriving, living life. Because anytime somebody tells you, the doctor, that's the doctor's opinion. I don't care how many doctors it is, or you get a second opinion, third opinion, fourth opinion, fifth opinion. It's up here. It's how you live your life. That determines how alive you are. So tell that brother he gonna make it. Don't you ever allow any doubt in that man's head. Ant White, put 10 on it. Said, hey, bro, you like family to me. Also, want to show some love. Also, question, what are my top 5 WWE belt all time? Also, you're going to SmackDown in February, and you might buy the Globe IC belt. All love. Fun fact, I have the Globe IC belt here with me. Now, if I had to say my top 5, belts. Oh, I just saw that you wrote, check your donation. I was just reading it. The Attitude Era Championship belt. The Big Eagle, then 2 would be the Winged Eagle, 3, actually no, 1 would be the Big Eagle, 2 would be the Big Gold belt, 3 would be the Winged Eagle, 4 would be the Tag Team Championship, the Attitude, the New Generation, the double-plated, or I should say the 1990 Tag Team Championship in WWF. That would be number 4, and then 5, and yes, fuck cancer in the chat, and then 5 would be 5 would have to be the New Japan IWGP World's Heavyweight Championship belt. I would have that one at 5. I feel like there's one title that I'm missing, but yeah, there is that. But yeah, fuck cancer in the chat. Fuck cancer in the chat. Honcho, put 5 on it. Say, hello, Chisel. How are you, sir? Vamos, Argentina! Yes, indeed. And I think people are overreacting about Micah's comments on Hurts, and I'm an Eagles fan. Oh, when he said that, when he said Hurts was a benefit of the system, if I'm not mistaken. I believe, yeah, a lot of people are blowing the things way out of proportion because they're getting very emotional about his comments, which I understand. When you're an active player and you say that about another player, that's a rival. Of course, you're not going to sit over there and big up their game in this generation where everybody's got to be haters of somebody. However, I do think people are blowing it incredibly out of proportion because there is no reason why you would have to sit. The dangerous pass from Brock Purdy, but he was able to get it completed. But there's no reason why there should be so much shouting back and forth regarding whether Hurts is a system guy or not. Because if you don't watch Hurts make plays, you can tell it's not just a product of the system. Don't get me wrong. You're going to create a system in which it emboldens the strengths of it emboldens the strengths of your team. But Hurts is not a system guy. Why haven't they updated the score on Come on, ESPN, get it together. Hold on, wait a minute. I don't know why the score is still saying 0, like it's the first drive of the game, fam. We got under 2 minutes left in the goddamn game. Come on now, update it. What is going on? See, this why. Oh, ESPN playing games, man. What they doing? What are they doing? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me put this over here. Because they over here. They don't even got the goddamn score updated. It's 7-0 right now. Come on now. Let's get the score. There we go. All right, let's get the score. There we go. Jeez Louise, man. Here got the score. 0-0, like the game just came to a complete standstill. What's going on here? Come on now, get it together. Part of the game is this. Peyton. MDJ put 2 on it first before I get to Peyton. MDJ put 2 on it. Said thoughts on Skip Bayless disrespecting Shannon. I believe I talked about it. No, I didn't, because I didn't get a chance to go live yesterday. I will say this with Skip disrespecting Shannon Sharpe. I thought it was a bit goofy. Actually, no, it was Monday. Was it not? I think it was Monday. Yes, it was Monday. So I did talk about it. But yeah, I thought it was a bit goofy. You can't just discredit somebody's Hall of Fame existence to sit there and say, Brady's better at 45 than Shannon was at 35. I think, is it a factual statement? Yes. However, is it a ludicrous statement to say? Yes, because anybody who understands debate, any point that somebody goes to ad hominems and personal attacks, they have lost the debate. So your only, goal there was to give an emotion, get an emotional reaction. People are, diving way too into the whole pick up your glasses or put your glasses back on comment from Skip. It wasn't that kind of situation. Because him and Shannon, they don't just work together, they actually are real life friends. So I'm pretty sure that they had a conversation, off camera. And what's interesting is, oh wow, they're not gonna go to I think they're just trying to get 12 men on the field. Cause you're not gonna call hike. There's no way you're going to call hike. And this dumbass jumped off. This motherfucker jumped off sides. There's 1 second left in the fucking quarter. How do you jump off sides as a defense? There's no way. There's no way. How do you jump off sides, bro? That's impossible. That's impossible. Should it have been a free play? Absolutely. But that's impossible. How do you jump off? Fam, Seattle going to lose this game. I don't need to see nothing else. Seattle going to lose this game. You can't be that. Man, listen. Let me tell you something right now. All I know is that brother, 52, Taylor.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
Come on, man. Come on. What are you doing? How do you jump offside? It's the last play of the quarter. How could you possibly jump offside? I'm trying to time it with the clock. Don't move. Don't move. Mr. Irrelevant is going to lead the offense on an unorganized 4th and 7 play. How do you jump? Cut that man immediately, son. Get him off the field, man. What is he doing? How does that happen? What is he doing? It's ludicrous. Good Lord. Peyton for 5 says, speaking of #FreeTheTitty, I got a new story in the Discord on that topic. Also, let me try to stay awake for this Thursday Night Football. You know what's funny is I too have to try to stay awake for this Thursday Night Football because I am fatigued. This morning, I did 2 trips in the sauna. So I went to the gym. I did 2.5 hours in the gym. I actually ordered a sauna suit. Let me tell you something right now. Sauna suit workouts, spectacular. I understand why motherfuckers wear sauna suits. That shit is beautiful. I don't know what the deal is. I'm in love. Today, I was only supposed to work out for an hour. I worked out for 2.5 hours, dog. I was doing all kinds of cardio. I jumped rope for like 40 minutes. Not supposed to do that. Usually max, I'll jump rope for 15. I jump rope for like 40 minutes. And, intervals and stuff. I did 10 minutes here. Went back to my workout, did 10 minutes there. Went back to the workout, did 10 minutes there. It was ridiculous. I don't understand why the fuck that was happening. Now, granted, I was listening to Rocky, music on a thing. Gonna fly now. I was listening to some Rocky and shit like that. So I was working out, having a good time. Then I decided, all right, let me get on the treadmill. I walked on the treadmill, 15 incline, average speed about 4, and walked for fucking 30 minutes watching, motivational clips of Rocky. Shit's ridiculous. Slip the jab. I'm like, what the fuck? What is wrong with me? I was feeling it. Then I went in the sauna. I stayed in the sauna for 15 minutes. I said, damn it. Let me go swim. I went to the doggone pool. I swam for 40 minutes. I'm making progress. I did not have to utilize the floaty thing that you had to put between your legs so you can mess around and swim. Now, granted, I got to work on my endurance because I can, on 2 occasions, I can go the full distance, but I won't make it back. So I got to stop, breathe like a motherfucker. On one particular moment, I was in the midst of where I was in the deep end. I was at the 7 feet area, and I had about 6 more inches, pause, to go. And then my fatigue had got me, so now I had to grab onto the side. You know when they have those, it's not a railing, but they have that like that white and blue. It's like multicolored thing that they have to bracket off the different lanes. I was holding on, but after 40 minutes of doing that swimming, I went back in the sauna. 2 different locations, I might add, but I went back in the sauna, and then stayed in there for an additional 20 minutes. So my entire morning, I was only supposed to work out until 10 a.m. because I went to the gym like 7:20. The whole plan was to go work out from 7:20 up until about 8:45 something. Go swim from 9 to 10, then come back to the crib. And begin work at 10:30. I was out until fucking 12. Like, it was ridiculous. I don't know what the hell got into me this morning. But there is that. Malone said I was having that Apollo and Rocky workout. You know what's funny? When I was on the treadmill, before I got to the motivational, Rocky clips, I watched that that montage of Rocky training from every single Rocky movie. And this motherfucker, when they were running on the beach with Apollo Creed and then they started embracing each other, I'm like, fam, come on, son. I would love to have seen the behind the scenes of that. And I'm pretty sure somebody got that uploaded somewhere. But I'm pretty sure it was hilarious. I want to know, obviously they're going to slow it down and, make it for the montage. But that shit is funny as hell, bro. If you was just, you didn't know they was recording a film and you were just looking like, yo, those 2 dudes from San Francisco. And for 500, you said your favorite belt is the Globe IC all time. One of the reasons because Edge wore that belt. Fair enough. Whenever I think of that belt, I think of 3 people. Shelton Benjamin. I think of Shelton Benjamin. I think of Chris Jericho. And actually, yeah, Umaga, because he used to put the belt in his mouth. I was gonna say Jeff Hardy, but Umaga, he put 4, and then I'll throw Jeff Hardy in there. He put the belt in his mouth for some apparent. Why did he do that? Damn, Rudy Patuan said, thanks, bro. My wife and I really appreciate that. Hey, man, listen, let me tell you something right now. It's all about trying to stay positive, and I said it. I said it a couple of streams ago, if not the last stream. A lot of times people look at positive reinforcement and they can look at it and say, man, that's somewhat of delusion, which to a degree it is. However, you have to recognize that sadness and sorrow, it exists, right? It's a natural emotion. But you have the decision whether you stay there or not. And the one thing that you don't want to do is the person who's going through the pain, the person who's going through the trial, the last thing they want is you to be down in the dumps with them. So now everybody fucking miserable. So you almost got to lift your spirits as much as you can so you can brush that off to the other person, to breathe life into the... I remember the Steve Harvey story when he was talking about how he used to get a phone call every morning at 5 a.m. and the person would call and give him nothing but positive reinforcement. And then Steve always brushed it off or whatever. And he was like, hey, man, if you start the day with a raggedy attitude, you're going to have a raggedy day. You have a raggedy day, you're going to have a raggedy week. You have raggedy weeks, you're going to have raggedy months. You got raggedy months, you're going to have raggedy years, right? So it all starts with a mindset. So since that's the case, you can try your best and you got to do it. It's a battle every day. Every day ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be trial and tribulation. But you owe it to not only yourself, but also to him as well. So Godspeed, brother, you and your wife. Godspeed. King Vines put 5 on it. Said, what's up, brother? Hope all is well. I'll be in Pittsburgh next week for the Raiders and Steelers game as part of my goals to visit all stadiums. Hey, man. Enjoy yourself. That should be pretty awesome. If I'm not mistaken, that game is taking place in Pittsburgh, and it's a Saturday night. I was pondering whether I wanted to go to that game or not, but I don't think the schedule lines up well for me, so it won't end up working out in my favor. So I won't be there in person. What is my gym called? I go to Crunch Fitness is my gym, and then ultimately, what the hell is going on? DK Metcalf wants to fight with Green. Yo, DK gotta relax, bro. You can't run no risk of getting ejected. You can't do that. What are you talking about? Nah, come on now. Pete Carroll come over to you and tell you need to fucking relax. That's what you need to do. This man DK want to fight Greenlaw on the field. Why would you do that in a game that decides the division? If you lose here, San Francisco gets the division. You pick up a win here, it can build momentum towards you messing around and running the table to close out the season. Moreover, you would get the tie break back, and all you are is a game separation between you and San Francisco. So all you would need to do is just win one more game in the final 3 weeks following this week, and you mess around and win the division if San Francisco just loses one. Why would you ever want to risk that? I talk about this damn near every primetime stream. I struggled to say stream just now. Discipline. This is one of the reasons what made Belichick so good, so great, so legendary as a coach. You have to be able to discipline your players. You'll never see New England make mistakes like that. That's 15 yards, but it could have been so much worse. If somebody ain't go get Greenlaw, I promise you we would have saw an ejection, and it wouldn't have been Greenlaw who got ejected. Because I promise you he would have just baited the fuck out of DK Metcalf. And if Greenlaw got ejected, both teams losing a crucial player. And that would showcase, inadequacies and lack of discipline on both sidelines. You got to keep your emotions in check. Come on now. But for my gym, I go to Crunch Fitness. And that's where I work out. I've been going to Crunch Fitness for the last 8 years. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, it is December 15th today. It might be my 8-year anniversary this week, if I'm not mistaken, since I started going to Crunch Fitness. And the pool that I go to Match Point to go and swim. So there is that. Shohan said, bold take, Chiefs are losing to the Texans. I actually disagree because I think the Chiefs want that number 1 seed. So with that being the case, they're going to have to play balls to the wall. But I will say this, Patrick Mahomes is throwing some goofy interceptions. He is throwing some goofy interceptions. But you want to know why I think that the Chiefs will mess around and have this game? For one, I think Travis Kelce is going to have a monster game. So if you have anybody who's on Underdog Fantasy, make sure you click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, use promo code Adonis. They'll match your deposit up to $100. Make sure you participate in the pick 'em because that's exactly what I always participate in. I'm going to make sure I got Travis Kelce on whatever wager is there, whether it's yardage, whether it's touchdowns, whether it's catches, does not matter. Travis Kelce is going to have a monster game, and Pacheco on the ground, he too will have a monster game. Manny said Mahomes is overrated. All right, cool. So who would you have rated in front of Mahomes? Matter of fact, no. Where would you rate Mahomes, and who would you have rated in front of Mahomes? Anytime somebody says somebody's overrated or underrated, I ask where would you rank them and who would you have in front? Or, who would you have in front? That way, you can determine where this person's, knowledge on the topic actually is, or you're just saying shit. Kyle put 20 on it. Said, my Jags have a tough stretch of games coming up. Dallas first. Do you think we run the table or come close? I honestly wouldn't be mad if we don't make the playoffs. It's all about Lawrence's development, Duval. Yes. Now I'll say this much, right? For the Jags, their remaining schedule with Dallas coming up, then the Jets, Dallas, the Jets, the Texans, the Titans. I think you'll go 2-2. Actually, to be honest with you, you can shock Dallas. 3-1 at best. But 2-2 is what I expect. And I think that you'll get the Jets. I think that you'll get the Jaguars because I believe that the Jets will fall off a cliff, similar to what will happen with the Giants. I think that you can probably – and with Dallas, here's the problem, right? Dallas played an incredibly close game with Houston, so they recognize they cannot afford to make the same mistakes. So Jags' defense had better be on high notice. However, I think they can get the Jets because the Jets have been a very kind of football team since the middle of the season. So it really comes down to what kind of team they go out there and play. Don't get me wrong. The Jets are the better football team. However, they've made some crucial mistakes in the past few games that have made games much closer than it actually needs to be. So with that being the case, the Jets are one of those teams that can mess around and get got. They won those 50-50 games earlier on in the season. They can mess around and lose those 50-50 games now, similar to what was transpiring with the Giants. So we shall see. But I think that I don't envision a circumstance in which they're able to beat Tennessee. I don't think that's going to happen. But to close out the season, Derrick Henry always goes crazy in the final week of the season, so I don't see that one happening. But I think you guys can go 2-2. I think you guys can go 2-2. But there's no guarantees. But ultimately, as you said, it's all about Trevor Lawrence's development. But I think they'll come one game short of the postseason. So take that as you will. Andrew, P5 want to say, how do you feel about the WWE Championship that The Rock introduced in 2013? In my opinion, it's my favorite WWE belt. No one mentions that one. Well, you mean with that belt in particular, was it a good-looking belt? Yes. But I've always disliked just the generic W. I think if you have a championship, there should be a design. There should be a unique design. There should be something that really replicates that of a championship. I'm tired of belts across all promotions. Don't get me wrong. You can put your logo or the name of your company on the belt, but I think there should be a design. That's what makes those classic belts so, the word is overused now, but iconic is the design that is on the belt. So I think that's what really should come back. Jarvis, Batuon said, Carolina upset Pittsburgh. You know what's interesting? If Kenny Pickett doesn't play, I have no confidence that Pittsburgh will win. I'm really hoping that Pittsburgh can run the table, but if Kenny Pickett doesn't play, I feel bad for Mike Tomlin and that streak of non-losing seasons, because I do believe that they can mess around and still end the season 9-8. If, Kenny Pickett plays. But Carolina, they still have a chance in the division. So for all intents and purposes, and given that they've been running the football the way they've been running the football, and Pittsburgh's run defense being absolutely atrocious, I'm concerned. I have hope. I do, but I am concerned. So there is that. BDW said, yo, Chiseled, you should commentate more slap fight videos. You know what's interesting is I have to get a bit more slap fight videos as well. But the only downside was nobody's been getting knocked out like that. That I've seen as of late. So because people haven't been getting knocked out. Now, granted, I can bring life to any commentary, but I think there needs to be that one clip that brings the oomph. Like, for example, yesterday's Batir Ball video that I did, there was no rim breaking, right? And I tried. Lord knows I tried. I said, let me see if I can find, one of the best games that they have going on with some sort of contact. There's some humor that's in there because I want to amplify the commentary, or I should say the comedy that's in there. But this one in particular, I'm like, man, this shit was a flop. So I gotta do something else. Oh, but I will have a video this weekend. Most likely this Saturday is when it'll be uploaded. That 12-year-old who looked like a grown-ass man playing football, yeah, we got to have a conversation about that. Stay tuned for that one. Braylon, P5 said, what are my parlays for this game? Why, thank you for asking. If you guys haven't already seen my parlays, make sure you click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, use promo code Adonis, and they will match your deposit up to 100 dirham. Of course, that's not where you're going to see my parlays. You're going to see my parlays now when I show them to you, where I've got 4 running. How much did I wager today? A total of 35 dirham. But the possibilities, Campbell's chicken noodles, possibilities. If I was to hit on everything, I will have turned 35 into 700. Let's take a look at what I got going on right here. I got Christian McCaffrey scoring a rushing touchdown. I have Tyler Lockett catching at least 5 passes, preferably 6 passes. George McGriddle-Kittle getting at least 4. Geno Smith over 17 yards rushing. And last but not least, Kenneth Walker being under 50 yards rushing. Why did I pick those? Because I believe Christian McCaffrey will find the end zone, and that will happen on the ground inside the red zone. I believe that Tyler Lockett will have a big game as the primary target against the 49ers. George McGriddle-Kittle, he's already showcased why I expected him to have at least 4 receptions. Geno Smith, at one point, he's going to have to start running because that pass rush is lethal. And last but not least, with the game most likely swing in the 49ers' favor, I don't expect Kenneth Walker to pick up too much yardage. However, when Seattle does get close to the end zone on my next parlay, I expect Kenneth Walker to find the end zone. I need Robbie Gould and Jason Myers to start making some doggone field goals because I expected the defenses to show up, but I also expected some turnovers that would put teams in field goal range. So if this one misses, God damn it, I'm going to be sick. Kyle Juszczyk, I don't expect him to be productive in the offense. And then last but not least, Will Dissly should get himself a reception somewhere. Next, over here, I have Noah Fant having at least or I should say under 3 receptions. Tyler Lockett getting over 5. Christian McCaffrey not having a very productive day. I expect this one to get busted because he's already at 75 yards. Geno Smith not rushing that much. That's just to check if he doesn't actually run the football. And then last but not least, Brock Purdy not having a very good game through the air. And then my final parlay that I have is Christian McCaffrey scoring a touchdown, DK Metcalf being unproductive, Marquise Goodwin having himself at least 30 yards, Geno Smith not throwing the football at least 35 times, and last but not least, Juwan Jennings getting at least 30 yards receiving. So you guys can have a possibility to go out there and win a little bit of bread here tonight. So if you haven't already, click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, use promo code Adonis, and they will match your deposit up to $100. Make sure you participate in the pick'em because that is my favorite to participate in. And last but not least, let them know I sent you. Nobody could place products like me, goddammit. Braylon Patuan said, no parlay on DK. I only have DK going on. I don't expect DK to have a very good game this game. Gerald Pafavon said, thoughts on Ric Flair saying he lost respect for JR for the Dark Side of the Ring episode of revealing his IRS issues. I can't blame JR, and I also can't blame Ric Flair. Because JR is a straight shooter. You ask JR a question, he's going to give you an answer. Now, here's the problem. Rick has been incredibly sensitive, which I understand, but of course, you don't want to have a situation when somebody is airing your personal business. So I completely understand why there would be frustration there. But I don't think I think it's a situation where a phone call needs to happen. And this is one of the things where I think my level of maturity, and I'm not going to sit over here and try to big myself up and all this other shit. But if I got somebody's phone number and I know you, like I legitimately know you, if I got a problem with some shit that you said publicly about me, I'm giving you a phone call and I'm going to come see you. I'm not talking about, yo, I'm going to come see you and rumble. No, we're going to have a conversation. Because if you're my mans, you're my friend, your extended colleague, whatever the case may be, we can have a conversation. I don't need to go publicly and slander you. Oh, well, if the public, slander needs a public apology. Okay, cool. All well and good. I don't need that shit for my ego. We can have a conversation and then move forward from there. Rick got a problem with what JR had to say. Cool. You've known JR since the fucking 80s. You were one of the individuals who reached out to JR when his wife died in a car accident following getting hit while she was riding her Vespa. JR been at, if I'm not mistaken, 2 of Ric Flair's weddings. Y'all got each other's number. You don't need to say shit. Don't get me wrong. You can say, man, I didn't like the fact, that this was said or whatever the case may be, but come on now. Come on now. Oh, this man is, what is wrong with DK? You need to relax. They're incredibly close. So, as far as I'm concerned, fam, go have a conversation. Furry Mike, say, hey, Chiseled, hope all is well with you. Guess what number you get when you add today's day and month? Well, when you add today's day and month, you get 27. Oh, DK's got 2 catches for 26 yards. Oh, wait a minute. I had DK. Oh, I only had DK on the under on one of them. Okay. Oh no, that's just with yardage. Oh my, yeah, but he's starting to get going. We don't need that. Come on now. I don't need that. You got DK getting going over here. Jessica in the building. What's going on? Tone and Jess is tuned in. Good breakup. Yeah, they are close. Thoughts on the Mandy Rose situation? I answered it a bit earlier. But just to summarize everything up, I think they were justified in doing what they were doing. Mandy was going behind a back, utilizing her company name to sell nudes to paying patrons. Was it somewhat severe with the swift firing of everything? One can argue, but I believe in a month and a half, she'll be back in the Royal Rumble. Kyle Patuan said, Metcalf going to get ejected. You're calling it. It's a possibility. It could happen. Honcho P5 want to say, DK trying to spear this linebacker while running with the ball. Yeah, I think and this is one of the problems when you get over emotional, right? There's one of the problems when you get over emotional. Jesus Christ, they didn't upload. What is going on? They don't update. What is happening? Yo, ESPN is playing, bro. Why they not updating the goddamn time? This is the second. Everything is just stale. Why is it stalemated? Nah, they must be on to me. They starting to play games with me. This craziness. What is going on? Last time it stayed frozen at 2. Now it's not even moving here. This is getting ridiculous. Come on, man. What is happening? Let me switch this son of a bitch back. Let me switch this son of a bitch back because it's dead not working in my favor today. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand. Why? Why are you the way you are? Come on, man. Get it together. Ooh, 3rd and 13. There's Gino running. There's Gino running. All right. Ooh, and the tackle. That might trigger a flag. No, it's not. He did get tackled out of bounds, but I guess they're going to let that one ride. They're going to let that one ride. Huge gain from Geno Smith on the ground here, ladies and gentlemen. Huge gain by Geno Smith on the ground. How many yards did that one just net? God damn, Geno Smith. Well, that just busted one of the parlays. Hey, because remember, I had Geno going over on one. I had him going under on the other. So at least it busts the one that I thought might get destroyed because of Christian McCaffrey. So this one here, I don't mind this one. I don't mind this one because I believe that this one was fixing to be inevitable because Christian McCaffrey might continue to have a good day. So I'm not tripping on this one, right? Because I have a cancellation for that one, right? Because they're both $5 wagers that turn into 100. So essentially, I still have a chance because I would rather this one remain open than this one. So this one right now, Underdog Fantasy, just got busted, right? And I ain't tripping over that because I do believe that Christian McCaffrey, especially with the first half that he's had, he'll most likely pass that 123 yards total on the day. However, this one right here, I got a lot of potential for this one. I just need Kenneth Walker and I'll continue to go and pick up some chunks on the ground. But, yeah, so I got a bit of potential from there. So as far as I'm concerned, moving forward, somebody tell Christian McCaffrey, go ahead and let loose because I don't give a shit anymore. Oh, Lord, Noah Fant done caught another pass. Which parlay is this Fant catches in? Oh, no, that's in the one that's busted. I don't care about that. Hey, tell Noah Fant to go have a good day. I don't give a shit no more. He's gone. All right. See, this is why you got to have security parlays, man. This is why you got to have some security parlays. Have some things that cancel each other out. So if in the event, it's wrong one place, it could be right somewhere else. But don't have, just counter parlays on everything else so then you mess around and lose. You got to be smart. I've been thinking a bit more analytical with how I want to go about things. Oh, Lord in heaven, the time has not moved on the clock here. Is that DK again? Jesus. What? Oh, no. I think my thing is for DK, not receptions. It is yardage. It is yardage. MDJ, Patuan said, thoughts on William Regal going back to WWE. He is where he should be. 5:30 on the clock here in the first half remaining, ladies and gentlemen. DK Metcalf is starting to get going. And Geno Smith is definitely looking to go in his direction. I don't know what, fam. DK and those Niners linebackers are having a hell of a lot of bad blood here tonight. It might be bad. You know what, Kyle? I think I'm gonna go and say I 100% agree with you. In fact, I might go with Charles Barkley guarantee. I think there's a prop. I would not be surprised if DK gets ejected. I'm not even gonna lie to you, dog. I think I'm leaning towards a DK ejection. Matter of fact, 1 in the chat if a DK ejection is happening, 2 in the chat if you don't. If you don't believe 1 is happening. I'm gonna update it after every drive now because it's not changing. I don't understand. First off, the thing with the scoreboard, before it used to just be the scoreboard, everything moved fine. Then they started adding the top part. Peyton told me how to fucking crop the sumbitch on OBS, and then all of a sudden now everything's frozen. I don't understand. They messing with me. You already know they play with different rules by me. Oh boy, yeah, it seemed like it's split down the middle whether he's getting ejected or not. Oh, damn, Geno got to throw it into the ground, and that's going to trigger a field goal here from Jason Myers. And I believe that I do have one parlay open that, oh, yes, it is my big parlay that has the field goals here. Magnificent. My big parlay that has the field goals here. In fact, I would actually need a scoring second half for this parlay to hit because I would need 2 field goals. I need a Walker TD. So I would need Seattle to score 13 points. Well, if he makes this field goal here, I would need a touchdown and a field goal in the second half, and I would need Robbie Gould to connect on 2 field goals. So essentially, if Gould can go down the field and score a field goal, then the probability of, or I should say the 49ers go down the field and score a field goal, then the probability of them scoring a field goal apiece in the third quarter could actually work in my favor. So I'm not going to rule that completely out, but time shall tell. I need to see if this Will Dissly can go ahead and get himself some receptions. Let me make sure homie is playing. KT Chris said that KT Chris said that you chose Seattle to win. Interesting. Argentina, our friend. Vamos Argentina, do it for Maradona. It's Argentina's time. I need Messi to go ahead and win, dog. I need Messi to win. You know what's funny is I actually went to go try to order the 2022 World Cup Argentina jersey. Fam, these shits is back ordered until fucking February. They back ordered until fucking February. But I'm still going to order it regardless. I wonder if they're going to have like a special championship if they do win, because I'm not going to get ahead of myself. But if they do go out there and win and beat France, I'm curious if they're going to have like a special championship jersey. So that'd be pretty cool. If they have like a patch or some shit like that, that'd be cool. So I'd order that one. So I'm not going to order anything until after the World Cup is concluded. But go Argentina, go Argentina, go. Now with the score being updated here, let me go ahead and switch this back to box score and update the score on the board. I really don't understand. I wish I could tell you why it's not moving. And you know what's interesting is it's not even updating itself here. Like I might go to NFL, but I don't want to run that risk because I know they're not going to be very friendly with me. And by the way, if you guys have not already checked out the your notifications, I've uploaded round of 16 commentary for this year's World Cup on Patreon, and I had decided it being a Patreon exclusive. So if you guys head over there, because the YouTube, obviously I would have loved to do it, you know, YouTube members as well, but you can't upload it on YouTube. So with that being the case, it's a bit brutal there. But I can get the Vimeo for you guys there. But yeah, I will be doing I should go live for World Cup final, and you know what's interesting is that's where I'm pondering for this Sunday whether I want to go to this Jets game or not, where I don't want to miss the World Cup final, and I want to go live for it actually. So I'll probably end up passing on going to the game this Sunday. So I'll probably end up going live for it. So time shall tell. Time shall tell. But I'll have to let my mans know that I won't be able to go ahead and pull up. But they did say it's never hard feelings with my guys, with the fellas. It's always like, yo, we got moves. Yo, pull up. If you're available, you're available. If you're not, you're not. So there is that. MDJ Patu on said numerous female wrestlers have removed their sites, as they should, because it depends on what it is that you're doing. Right now, if you're making money with the company name and they're not getting their cut, then I get it. But if you out there and you selling nudes to people and shit, and you using a company name, come on now. What did you think? What did you think? The only Uric said, can we do a World Cup final stream early Sunday stream? Yeah, I'll probably go live for the World Cup final. I'll go live for the World Cup final. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, fam, I have to go live for a World Cup game, and I think that the only one that works for me, the World Cup final, it works perfect for me. So I'll definitely go live for that one. Yeah, I'll definitely go live for that one. Brandon said, what are some non-football commentary that you would love to do on Patreon? Non-ones? Well, for one, I have some classic NHL games. I have some classic NBA games as well, some fights, stuff like that. The only problem is sometimes trying to get the footage for a lot of different things. And then Vimeo, the past 18 months, has been very, very interesting. They've been, whether it's updating their site, their connection with Patreon, like there's been some problems that was very bizarre. Oh wow, they thought the play was over, and then Purdy just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna run. But things had been moving very weird. But I think they're back to the way it was before. But I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do. They were doing some weird stuff on there. Tim in the building, what's going on? What's going on? John said, hell nah, free Mandy Rose. Ain't nothing wrong with sewing these kids some cooch. Whoa, wait, sir. Whoa, wait a minute. Sewing these kids? What you mean by that, sir? What do you mean by that? Basili said, do you think that a bad, or do you think that's a bad look for women's wrestling, having them have OnlyFans accounts? No, I think you can separate. Well, them having OnlyFans accounts, it depends on because you have to utilize your sexuality to a degree when wrestling. Because let's just be honest here, if you take the most hideous woman on the planet and you put her in a wrestling ring, are you really selling sex appeal? Nobody's gonna. If you're an amazing wrestler, that's all well and good, but people gonna want to see an attractive individual. Even the lady, like you're gonna want to see an attractive individual. Think about like wrestlers and all this other. To a degree, decent looking individuals. You show up with like Boogeyman. You think Boogeyman would ever be the top face of the company? If Boogeyman was a like you come on now. Come on. The Brooklyn Brawler, come on now. If he could wrestle. Like, come on now. To a degree, you have to have a decent amount of looks or whatever, right? So with the OnlyFans and you're selling sex and stuff like that, it depends on what it is that you're doing. Like the Iconics, you're selling premium photos. You have the simps and the different sort of people who's going to go and they're going to spend a bit of money to go ahead and, see what's going on. So there's not a problem to a certain degree. But if you busting it wide open, yeah, it ain't going to work. It's like what happened with China. China posing Playboy, all this other stuff. You use your sexuality to a degree. However, or I should say your attractiveness, because now you use your sexuality. That means something different in this day and age. But when China did the whole She-Hulk porn, that's where it said, you're doing too much. So you can't do that kind of stuff because it's a bad look. So yeah, I would say it is a bad look depending on what it is that you're doing on your OnlyFans. So there is that. Greg Ward, per 5 said, I'm a big fan of yours. And I'm sure you don't care about this, but due to recent events involving a divorce, will we see a Derrick Jackson part 2? Yeah, interesting enough, a couple of people have tagged me in a lot of different things regarding Derrick Jackson, and another individual asked me on Patreon earlier today. I believe it was Jarvis. Shout out Jarvis. Asked me earlier today, will I be doing a video on Derrick Jackson? I will only do a video depending on his next move. Because of course he already had responded to it and said him and his wife, they're going to have a divorce, whatever the case may be. It all depends on his next moves. Let me not say move, but his next moves. Because, of course, you get in a divorce, separation, you go and you date whoever the fuck it is that you want to do. Cool, no problem. I don't give a shit about that. His next moves business-wise. Because if he doesn't address, the fallout, what ended up leading to what happened and everything, before he goes back to the whole... Listen, ladies, the dudes is always wrong. You got to be able to cherish your lady. And he just glosses over everything, then I'll have to talk about it. But for the most part, somebody going through a divorce, whatever, don't get me wrong. I said in my video, I'm not going to say I prayed on his downfall because I said that as a figure of speech. But for the divorce to happen, that still sucks. It's a whole family being broken. They didn't have children to my knowledge or whatever, but it's still a family being broken. It's a union being broken, right? However, for what he was selling for so many years, I have no issues with it. What the fuck happened? Because you lied. You straight up lied. We all know what the fuck you're doing. You pandering. Pandering pays. If you wanna make money, pander to women. Women are freaking 80% of the consumer, the consumer class, whatever the case may be, or however you would say it. So if that's the case, you want to pander, get these motherfuckers to go out there and pay you all this kind of money. You tell them what it is that they want to hear. You don't hold them no kind of accountable and all this other stuff. You're gonna get a bunch of people, no matter what the fuck you put out, you're gonna be making all kinds of money. But if you live in a double life, don't just sit over here and act like it's not what it is. That's my biggest problem that I got with it. So there is that. Now, is there a degree of truth to certain things that he says? Absolutely. The only problem is you can't just sit over here and just lean one particular way and then just not address the other portion that exists. That's why I always say I hate everybody. So that's where I stand. That's where I stand on that. And tonight I ain't gonna be drinking too much, but I will take a couple of swigs here of that Babaku Haitian rum. Nia Jax is on OnlyFans? What? Well, here's the thing. Nia Jax actually has an attractive face. She just needs to get the body right. And what's interesting is she used to be a bit smaller. Now, don't get me wrong. Not everybody need to be looking like a fucking swimsuit model. Or I should just say model, period. Well, now models have since changed. Swimsuit model has since changed too, unfortunately. But Let me not say unfortunately, because motherfuckers was like damn near looked like it was the March of Bulimia before. So, of course, you can put on a little bit of weight. Like, I think Ashley Graham is probably where I would do the cutoff period. But, because if you look like Tess Holiday, like, come on, let's keep it a buck. But, with Naya, she said, well, oh my God, Quandre Diggs, what happened to your hands? Quandre Diglett used TM28 Diggs. But why the fuck you dropped the interception? He threw it right into your hands. But like, get it together. But Nia Jax is very, very good looking lady. And my only problem is the size. That's just not my cup of tea. But somebody likes it. Hey, people like that. I got no problem with it if people buying, but it comes a point where it's like, all right, let's not make this like standard of the the beauty that exists there. That's the only problem that I have with it, because let's not just promote obesity. Don't get me wrong, she's an athlete. She big leg, she can move and things of that nature. But let's keep it a buck now. It's not a healthy weight. So that's kind of where I keep it over there. She has visually with not visually her whole body, but her face, attractive face. She just some down a bit. She'll increase. Adjustable 5. As Kevin Samuels would say. MDJ, put 5 on it, said, to be honest, Mandy was in WWE for her looks. Correct. Mandy was a jobber in the main roster. She was. Due to simple many would make more money on OnlyFans than WWE. She would. Here's where the problem was. She can definitely make more money over there, right? But she was still employed. So if she wanted to recognize what she could do, and moreover, they were rebranding her on NXT, and she was doing phenomenal on NXT. She only fell one title defense short of tying Asuka. But she could have done what the Iconics ended up doing, because the Iconics got released. They went to Impact. They won the titles, ultimately dropped it. People realized, oh, well, this is all well and cool. They were great characters, but they can't wrestle, right? So with that being the reality of the situation, they ended up saying, all right, we're going to go and make premium photos. They making more money now off of selling premium photos and doing a podcast and YouTube than they did wrestling. So and without the travel, without all the hotel and all this, fam, why not? Motherfuckers would be willing to pay. So you utilize WWE first, you get the name, you get the publicity, then you leverage that to go elsewhere. That's what everybody should be doing online now. You leverage, whatever company, you grow, you get all that other stuff, you build a little bit of a fan base there, and then you go elsewhere and then start to build from there. James, put 5 on it. Oh no! He fumbled! It's right in the hands of the 49ers. He's got a clear path to the end zone. He's taken out of bounds at the 6. As a patriarchal seed giving Adonis is giving a call. Hello. Hey, what's going on? Oh, it's funny. I was actually going to call you earlier, but then I was in the middle of recording for the World Cup commentary. I'm live right now. You want to say hello to the people?
No, I don't see nothing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but tomorrow, I guess is when I'll see you. Yeah, but everything's okay.
Where?
No, at the house, but everything. Yeah, at the house.
Yeah.
Yep. Everything's okay. Yeah, they have the third. You off this weekend, right?
What happened?
You off this weekend? Oh yeah, because they have the third place game is on Saturday, and then the championship is on Sunday morning. But I think you leaving to go to church. It's at 10 in the morning.
10 in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they might have the replay when you come back from church. So I just gotta find what channel or what time that it's running, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you later.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
All right. Okay. See you.
See you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Patriarchal seed giving Adonis. That is my Tozan, as they say. Yeah, he used to say hello to the people. He don't say hello to the people no more. As Christian McCaffrey nearly scored a touchdown, I would need him to score a touchdown. But if he doesn't, give the football to Robbie Gould. However, I would much rather if they locked up a touchdown right now. But yeah, that's my father saying hello. You got to say hello to the whole family again. Well, initially, that's probably what's going to have to happen. But, if there's one thing, and I wasn't going to, I had an idea of possibly talking about this on stream, because I think I've touched on this in the past, but to my young people or people who's even working right now, make sure you guys have an exit strategy. If you're doing a job that you absolutely love, then by all means, this doesn't apply to you. you allocate that time towards, what it is that you love, no problem. But if you're somebody who's working a job that you really don't really like, you're only there to get the wages to go and pay the bills, whatever the case may be, set a exit strategy. Because if you really take a look at your 24 hours, as I call this second and goal, then we'll return back to this. Hand off to McCaffrey, touchdown. Touchdown here. That should lock up 2 parlays for me. All right. Big fumble, unfortunately, here leads to a score for the 49ers, and now this should give them a total of 17 points. Oh, pardon me, 14 points. I'm tripping. Whoa, why didn't they lock up the touchdown? That's a rushing touchdown. That was Blue Eyes Right Privilege, was it not? That better not have been somebody else in the backfield. Am I in a genjutsu? I'm not in a genjutsu. First off, let me go up and make sure this shit. All right, see, yeah, ESPN playing game because they moving hella slow. Thank you. It was Blue Eyes Right Privilege. Stop playing with me. Come on now. ESPN ain't up. They moving slow on everything. All right, this ain't it. Everything under the sun is moving incredibly slow. This ain't it. Part of the game is this. This shit's still at damn near 5 minutes remaining. Come on now, help me out. Come on, ESPN. The fuck y'all doing? Get it together. But before I get to the donations, let me just close in on what? Yeah, what it was. All right. So here's where my parlays sit right now. And if I'm not mistaken, oh Jesus Christ, how the fuck did Geno Smith lose 2 yards rushing? Oh no, I think the more sacks that he takes, the more yardage will be lost. Oh, that sucks. Well, if that's the case, then does that open up my next parlay? Maybe. It depends. We shall see. But this parlay is still alive, and with San Francisco, the more that they lead, the less that Seattle will run the football. So Kenneth Walker, this could become a lock, and he'll have to keep throwing, and Geno will have to keep throwing the football. So Tyler Lockett can mess around and get the ball, and George Kittle just needs 1 reception. If he goes receptionless in the second half, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. But here's my next one that I have open right here. I have DK Metcalf being under 67 yards. Now, this one can possibly get busted if Seattle continues to fall further and further back. Marquise Goodwin, he could possibly get some more yardage. He only has 4 yards. And, oh, shit, Geno got 20 passing attempts already. Yeah, this one's fixing to be busted. Ain't no way in hell Geno Smith ain't fixing a fucking... Yeah, and Quandre Diggs dropping that interception earlier, that is brutal. He needed to catch that one. Yeah, Geno Smith already got 20 passing yards or passing attempts. Yeah, this one might mess around and be busted. But the big parlay that's still alive here is Jason Myers kicking at least 2 field goals, Robbie Gould kicking at least 2, and then Kenneth Walker also finding the end zone. DK Metcalf, huge catch over there. Luckily enough, I don't care for Metcalf because my parlay that had yardage from Geno Smith was busted. However, if in the event, actually no, I do care about DK Metcalf. I'm bugging because which one has Metcalf? Oh, well, this one with the Geno Smith passing attempts. Yeah, there was pass interference on offense. Yeah, but this one with the Geno Smith passing attempts, that could be busted. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code Adonis if you haven't already. They will match your deposit up to $100. Participate in the pick'em. It is what my favorite is. Oh, wow. Huge tug from Geno Smith. Yeah, that's big pass interference. Good find by the referee to see that. There. And I will return to my point after I get through these donations. James Bafavo said, Derek Jackson was assigned as your mentor your freshman year at TU. Never linked with him. Really? That's interesting. He went to school with you. Or was he in a mentorship program? That's something that needs to deep dive. Lone Star, Bafavo, want to say, in my opinion, Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction were on the same level as Roman Reigns in the Bloodline. I disagree wholeheartedly. As it pertains to dominance on their brands, to a different degree, a much lesser degree, but box office, people tuning into the show, no, it's not remotely close. Arlen put 2 on it. Said, did I see Y2J versus Action Andretti? No, I did not. I did not. I did see a tweet apparently where somebody said, "Man, I pinned one of the goats," or whatever the case was. So I guess that's what they were referencing. Candace put 20 on it. Hello there, Candace. How are you? I know your Packers aren't doing very good right now. I don't want to bring up anything that's somber, but of course. I said, "What's up, CI? Hope all is well with you. I'm just here recovering from the damn flu after coming back from the European Comic-Cons. Told my mom about you, and she got a kick out of your commentary." Well, that's pretty cool. I appreciate the fact that you did not only like, comment, and subscribe, but you shared with your mother, and I'm glad that she was able to get a laugh out of everything. Now, recover from that flu, if anything. My always go-to remedy when trying to recover from anything that results in colds, flu, whatever the case may be, you cut a lemon in half. You use one half, well, both halves of the lemon, but 2 different cups. You pour in, I don't do measurements on the honey. I just pour enough honey to where it covers about 3/4 of the bottom of the mug. Don't take no ginormous mug to where you use half the honey. Don't do that. You're going to die of diabetes. Then mix honey, half of a lemon, squirt that fucking lemon, and then get you some rum. This is my rum of choice all the time that I put inside of there. Then you just mix that son bitch up. I like to get some ginger, ginger tea that has like the ginger crystals. Pour that in there, drop some hot water in there. Essentially, you don't need the ginger or the hot water. You can just, put some lime juice in there as well, or put a little bit of water, stir that son bitch up, and then take it within, hours. I think your sinuses should be relatively cleared up for the most part. But rum does the trick. Things of that nature always do the trick. Elder God in the building. What is going on? Elder Gods defeated. Elder Gods defended. As we're getting ready to head to halftime here, ladies and gentlemen, with a 11-point deficit for the home team. Jonathan says green tea. Yes, indeed. Green tea is indeed. Boomer Sooner said, "You're a hot toddy." Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? John D said, "Man, I need Tyler Russ give Sierra a 16-carat, but it was only a 3-carat diamond locket to have a game today because my opponent has Brandon." Well, I expect in the second half Tyler Lockett to have the football a bit more, as the 49ers will get the football to start the second half. Let me go ahead and change the scoreboard here because Lord knows that why is it still at 8 seconds? Yeah, something's going on at ESPN, dog. Something is going on at ESPN because this ain't it. Let me go to NFL.com. They better not screw me over. Let me go to NFL.com. Let me see if I can get go to NFL.com. Let me see if they have the score there. Score. See if I can get the score on the board in an updated fashion because this is moving way too slow. Let's see here. Tab watch. They should put the score there at the half. Let's see if this can work a bit more here. Is it? Oh, Lord. All right. Oh, my. It just says NFL. Okay. All right. Let's see here. No, it just says NFL. All right. Well, never mind then. Never mind then. It just says NFL. That's not going to do me any favors. So I'm going to return back to bum-ass ESPN and switch that back because I don't understand why it just says NFL. Nobody. What's that going to do for me? So the score is 14-3 in favor of the San Francisco 49ers. Okay, I'll put this here. Actually, no, I think I can leave the. No, I should crop the ESPN. You guys had mentioned that a bit earlier, so yeah, that works. I think this is somewhat far out, so perhaps if you know what, I can move this inward. Yeah, that makes sense. See, fam, you guys don't. Peyton, that was a fucking genius thing telling me this, dog. I had no clue you could do that. I had no clue you could do that. Now it's a large, sizable. So next person who asks, "What's the score?" I'll send Detroit Urban Survival Training to your crib. So in this battle for the NFC West, The San Francisco 49ers at home trail 14-3. They trail 14-3 in this battle. Now, if San Francisco wins, the division is theirs. However, if the 49ers lose and Seattle picks up the W, they would own the tiebreak, and all Seattle would have to do is win out and have San Francisco lose one game. So essentially, Seattle would just have to win one more game than San Francisco to close out the season. If Seattle wins, and the division will be theirs. We shall find out what transpires in the second half, but we are now at halftime. Derek Henry Burner put 10 on and said, "You're coming in a little with a little Christmas donation." Also, did I happen to see the thread about the McDonald's employee that was strip searched by her manager and husband for a stolen wallet? No, this is news to me. That's interesting. So, for one, I would ask, did the McDonald's employee have said wallet? And two, was there an explanation as to why it got that far? A Grizzly put 5 on it. Said, "Hey, Chisel, I'm trying to get my girl SZA tickets. Are you still partnered with SeatGeek? Can I really I can really use your help?" Yes, I believe you can use what was the code? It was code Chiseled, I believe it was. To save, I think it was $20 off your very first purchase if you've never, signed up on SeatGeek before. So if anything, you can make a dummy account, utilize the code, it should work out in your favor. Which let me see right now if I could pull up I think it should still be active. In fact, yeah, I believe it should still be active on SeatGeek. But if you already have an account, it might be a little difficult. It's for newer accounts there. Let me go and get it and drop it in the chat. Yeah, it's $20 off. Okay, so I got you here. Let me go and get the link. I'm a man of the people, so it's only right that I drop it there in the link and drop the link like it's hot. There it is right there. Now, get a cop on a prepaid phone. Oh my. It was a scam. Wait. It was a scam. What do you mean scam? Wait, so K-Dub said the shit was insane and the cop on the phone actually worked in law enforcement somewhere, literally was doing this just for Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay, so Peyton said, "Remember when you went to the food town to go buy honey?" God damn, how do you remember? Look, this brother is a ChiseledAdonis aficionado. But you got hoodwinked and the bottle was just Aunt Janine syrup, pancakes, and waffles instead. Yeah, classic Adonis. Yeah, that is classic. How the fuck did you remember that? That's crazy, bro. Shit's coming back to me now. Fucking food town. Every time my dad asks me to give him a ride to Food Town, like I'll just be going somewhere with my dad's car. It's like, "Hey, give me a drive at Food Town." I think of that shit all the time. You motherfuckers over here give me Honda's on food service. But it was a scam? What? That's wild, bro. What's wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Elder Gods defeated. Said, next week you're going to the liquor store for the first time. Any recommendations? Well, for one, get you some Haitian abaku. Then, if they have Uncle Nearest in the building, you can go and grab that as well. I would stay away from Hennessy. I've never really been a big fan of Hennessy as well. Casamigos. I actually like Casamigos, not a problem. If they have Grand Coramino, which is Kevin Hart's tequila, actually pretty good. I would get that one as well. Crown Royale Apple. Shout out to Macho Time, who I believe is on his honeymoon right now. Those are always good. Any Crown Royale is always good, but I would say get anything but the regular default flavor. So those are always pretty good. And yeah. There's a number of different things in it. For wines, you can never go wrong with Stella Rosa. Stella Rosa is always good. God, I really wish I had different, like, super names of different wines and stuff. I really got to start going to vineyards and shit because I like wine. I enjoy wine. Wine is pretty good as well. Shay. No, I don't see. The thing is with Shannon Sharpe's Le Portier, I don't know if it's in liquor stores because when I bought my 2 cases, they were, I say cases. When I bought my 2 bottles, because they come in a case. When I bought the 2 bottles, it was directly from the site. So I don't know if they are in stores. I had never seen it in stores. Lobos in stores, and Concoro, which is Michael Jordan's tequila, it's a little pricey. So there is that. Lobos is give or take, here and there. So there is that. But yeah, Crown Vanilla is pretty doggone good. Apple Crown has actually been my best flavored whiskey that I've ever had. So there is that. Oh yeah. Peyton said, by the way, how the Adonis burner got blocked by the cosplay girl. You still vibing in her mentions? Yes, indeed. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. I always have. I'm a sucker for a lady that cosplays. What the hell? The fuck happened to Brittany? What? Yeah, Shorty is tripping. But I've always been a sucker for a cosplay. That's one of the reasons. When I went to the con, I'm like, man, there was some fine ass lady. I'm like, shit, man. Look at this girl I found on Instagram. Now, I ain't gonna leave it too much, but this girl popped up on my Instagram with the cosplays. Fam, let me tell you something right now. Come on, dog. I ain't gonna hide the name. I ain't gonna gatekeep the name. So that's her name right there. On there. Come on, man. Listen, I've always been a sucker for cosplays, and if you don't know the character, that is that is 7 Deadly Sins. All right, that's 7 Deadly Sins. All right, but Jack Daniels always, and it's Elizabeth, but Jack Daniels always a good brown, a little bit of brown water that you can get your hands on as well. But yeah, I've always been a sucker for cosplays. I've always because especially as a weeb myself, in anime or whatever the case may be, like even with like the just all kinds of cartoons, things of that nature. People who put a lot of effort into stuff. It's like, God, come on, it don't get no better, man. Don't get no better. It's delicious. But we're not here to thirst. We are not here to thirst. As Dr. Umar once said,
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers.
we must stay focused. On the game here today. KT Chris said, Ayo, Chiseled, how my brother Unchiseled doing? Is he still sick or training? Well, no, he actually, he just started sending back the machines for his legs, so that's great. And over the course of the next, I want to say 2 weeks, we will have the next episode 10 of the chiseling of the ChiseledAdonis go live. It's just been this past month has been a bit difficult to film, so you guys will be updated on what happens once the video comes out. Brother Ball said the update, and there it is. Neo X Gohan, I should say Neo Gohan X, but 5 said you should have the Sunshine Sparkles from South Park saying sunshine in the background when Trevor Lawrence is on the field, when Trevor Lawrence is on the screen. Wow, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Jim Kip Patuan said, going to Pittsburgh tomorrow. Any places that I should go? Well, I cannot tell you. However, I do know there is a, what is it, Permani sandwich? Permani. When I was in Pittsburgh, I had forgotten to go to this place. Where is that place? Sandwiches. It is Primanti Bros sandwich. They are, and it's a sports bar. They are a apparently very big. When I was out there, my dumbass forgot to go to there, but I should have pulled up over there and went over there. So yeah, I would say there's somewhere that you have to go to for sure. So there is that. Arlen Pafavon said that was the Robin Williams episode of SVU. Detective Milgram made the dude strip search the woman. Well, the more you know. James put 2 on it. Said drinking Crown XO right now. I have all the bags. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Dreadhead King said just took a Amsterdam vodka. Tomorrow it will be Hennessy. You know what's funny? I actually have an Amsterdam vodka that I usually cook with when I'm making some pasta. I always put a little bit of vodka up in there. No matter what, whether I'm making spaghetti, whether I'm making some pasta, I put a little bit of alcohol in there. And sometimes when I'm cooking some of the meats, when I'm making whether it's oxtail, whether I'm making some chicken, put a little bit of alcohol up in there. I don't know if it adds to the flavor. I don't put enough to where it's relatively noticeable in the food. But I just figured, hey, you put this in pasta, if you put it in some other stuff. So I'm trying to work my way towards, making some recipes or things of that nature. But like I was saying prior, just so I don't lose my train of thought, like I was saying prior, and this one is an advice to the younger individuals who are, whether you're teenage, young adult, or early 20s, and hell, depending on wherever you are in life. Actually, this applies to a lot of individuals. Doesn't really matter what age you're at. If you're doing a job or a career that you actually genuinely enjoy, that you would like to do for the remainder of your time, then by all means, go ahead and do that, no problem. But if you're in a situation in which you're only going to this job to accumulate wages, to pay the bills, and sustain your lifestyle, create a exit strategy. Why is that? And I'll try to keep it relatively brief so I don't go on a long dialogue. But you have 24 hours in a day, right? You're supposed to sleep 8 hours, but most people average between 6, some people 5, average between 6 and 8, right? For the most part. Then you dedicate 8 hours to your job, not counting, the time that you shower, not counting the time that you sit down and eat, not counting the time that you commute, whether you're working remote or going to work, whatever the case may be. You can allocate about, let's say, 12 hours to not only work, but also miscellaneous, whether it's like moving around, traveling back and forth to work, or traveling around to go and get different sort of things, or whatever the case may be. Somebody said they average 27, but with all of that being the case, and you add all that sleep and everything, you essentially have between, to yourself, 8 hours, really. So with that being the case, you have to really think about, are you working to have 8 hours per day to yourself, if that much? Because it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6. So with that being the case, when you go to work, be very intentional about how you want your future to look. Of course, you got a family, you got children, you have different sort of things, you have obligations, you got people you taking care of, you got to take care of yourself, you have debt, you have different things like that. But write down a business model, or I shouldn't say a business model, but write down a plan so you can identify the exit strategy for wherever it is that you're going and what your next move will be. Because wherever it is that you are right now, that is not the final destination that you would like to be in. Do not be content. You have to be prepared to take risks, but calculated risks. So I'm not telling you, everybody's going to be a businessman. Everybody's going to be an entrepreneur. Everybody's going to be an entertainer. Everybody's going to be a social media star. Everybody's going to be an influencer. Everybody's going to be a musician. Everybody's going to be making that athletic money. And we're going to be making quick money. No, that's not the case. George McGriddle Kittle wide open. Tackle him. We need a field goal. Oh, Jesus Christ, he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. And luckily enough, he scored fast. Huge play from George McGriddle Kittle, and that may have just locked up a second person on my Underdog Fantasy. Yes, indeed it did. Now, I just need Tyler Lockett to start going crazy, and that may have just locked up one of my parlays. So I should be able to get myself. Oh yeah, Brock Purdy is that'll probably get him a shit ton of yards there. I'll show you the update once it updates here on Underdog. But have a exit strategy for where it is. Oh, there's the extra point through the uprights, and it is good. Niners lead by 18. It is a 3-possession game, ladies and gentlemen. But 21-3. Let me go and make sure that I can update the score, because Lord knows ESPN is moving incredibly slow. In fact, ESPN doesn't even know they made the field goal right now. It is still sitting at 20-3. What is going on? All right. Let me see if they updated it. Beautiful. They just updated it. Let me switch it back over, because everything under the sun with ESPN is moving incredibly slow. Why is that today? I wish I knew. But make sure that you have a exit strategy established, because wait a minute. Why'd everything get ginormous over here? What's going on? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me X that out. How do I? Oh, son of a bitch. Part of the game is this. Come on, son. Yeah, at the end of the stream, I'll take care of that. I don't understand what the fuck going on. But everything that could go wrong, going wrong. But make sure that you have yourself an exit strategy. so that you don't find yourself in a situation in which you're in a loop where it feels like it's Groundhog's Day and you're not enjoying what your existence is. Keep in mind, you control what your existence is. So never allow yourself to become a slave to the system. That is my advice to you. Now, it's difficult to figure out whatever the fucking plan may be moving forward. It's very difficult to identify what it is that you may want to do with the money that it is that you're accumulating. It's difficult to try to find the time to allocate that free time towards, something new. It can be very scary or whatever the case may be, but you have to take into account what kind of life do you want to live when you're in your 60s, your 50s, your 40s, your 70s, whatever the case may be. Do you want to be that motherfucker who was working since he was fucking 21? Only accumulating all this kind of bread to where you're 65 and you dependent on that Social Security and fucking pension in order to navigate. If there's one thing that really pissed me off, I went to the Social Security office with my dad yesterday, and I'll close on this. I went to the Social Security office with my dad because the goal is to have him retire in 2 weeks. And essentially, they were talking about, the retirement age has been pushed back to 66 and a half years. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And I had heard it, but I didn't necessarily hear it and see it for myself yet. So with that being the case, they were talking about, if you want to get full maximum benefits, then you wouldn't file for Social Security until you're at least, 66 and primarily 66 and a half. And I'm looking at the difference in months. For every month up until, whenever you file from there, it's like an additional $12 that's added to your monthly check. So you mean to tell me I would be working an additional month in order to get an additional $12 added to the money that I would be receiving for the remainder of my life when I finally receive? So that's fucking crazy. So people are caught up in the whole fucking system. I knew since I was young. I'm like, fam, I ain't built for this regular type of shit. So that's one of the reasons why you see me over here, because I knew since I was young. But this is... I always found that bothersome. So make sure that you got a plan so you ain't dependent on other motherfuckers having to determine where it is that you want to go. But I'll leave on that. JD, put 5 on it, said, as a fellow weeb, can I get your opinion on cyberpunk edge runners? Actually, I have no knowledge on that. On cyberpunk. I did see when I was getting the, if I'm not mistaken, that's a video game that was, I think it was popular on PS4. I had seen it when I was buying the PS5 last year, and one of the bundles was going to have Cyberpunk, but it ended up selling out before I can get my hands on it. Never played the game. Not too sure on that. Whoa, why people could... Joe... What did Joe say? Joe said something? Interesting. But... here is a lock on one of the parlays. George McGriddle-Kittle on that touchdown was his 4th reception. So now I just need 3 more receptions from Tyler Lockett, and I will have locked up. Well, for the most part, I don't need Kenneth Walker to go off either. But I will have locked up 100 Dura. All right. All I need is Tyler Lockett and Tyler Lockett to go off or pick up at least 3 more receptions. And with them being down 18, I can expect that football going in his direction. Of course, on this parlay here, I think it might be clipped here, because Geno Smith down 18, the probability of him not throwing the football 11 more times, unless San Francisco has some fucking 15-minute drive, I don't see that happening. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, my God, San Francisco is headed to the end zone. Touchdown. Can I get a McPick 6? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Seattle ain't shit. Wait a minute. Let me put a little bit of echo. Seattle ain't shit. Did they just call roughing the passer? Get the fuck out of here. Where's the roughing the passer? It must have been a helmet to helmet, because this is ludicrous. Ain't no way you taking the points off the board. They about to say that's a grand attack. I need to know how this is roughing the passer. Let's see here. Nick Bosa, MAGA country, getting right inside. There's no way. What? No. He hit the man as the ball was coming. That's football. That's football. Ooh, great catch from Tyler Lockett. Now there's laundry on the field there too. That doesn't make sense, bro. That's football. You hit the quarterback as he's releasing the ball on time. How the fuck is that? How the fuck is that roughing the passer? This is the problem with today's NFL. Motherfuckers is soft, bro. Motherfuckers is soft. There ain't no way. How is that roughing the passer? How is that? In what world is that roughing the passer? Body weight. How am I supposed to fall? Again, when defensive linemen start picking up these crazy soft tissue fucking injuries, and the league got to answer to motherfuckers trying to ease up after going full speed when trying to fall, watch how crazy the fucking lawsuit's fixing to be, though. Because this shit don't make sense. You can't say, when you talk about somebody getting driven into the ground, that's one thing. What is Nick Bosa supposed to do there? His body is legitimately on Geno Smith. Geno ricocheted into another person. Geno has no balance. Nick Bosa is already leaning. There's nothing that's holding them up after that offensive lineman is now moved off of Geno Smith. They're going to fall down. What is Nick Bosa supposed to do in a split second? Spin his body off? That's a ludicrous call. That's a ludicrous call. How are you supposed to control gravity? Correct, Uriah. How the hell are you supposed to control gravity? You can't. It's ludicrousness. Oh, yes, Tyler Lockett got 2 receptions. Hello, that should have just locked up. Oh, no. I need one more. Because he's got 5. He's got 5. Tyler Lockett is at 5, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler Lockett is at 5. So now I just need one more reception from Tyler Lockett, and then I'll have 4 locked up here. I would love if he dumped it off to Kenneth Walker and he scored a touchdown. That'd be pretty cool. Or maybe if Jason Myers makes another field goal, because considering the score, San Francisco would be kicking more field goals than Seattle. So it all depends on what the situation here is with Seattle. I actually would not mind if they kick the field goal here. What a catch. Are you kidding me? What a catch there. And there's laundry on the field. My heavens, that's a beautiful catch. Alex G said, new video, what is roughing the passer? If I'm not mistaken, I touched on that, 3 years ago? It's ludicrousness. Who are the Steelers? 1205 Alive said, who is the Steelers' NFC rivals? The Dallas Cowboys. Oh, wait a minute. Was there a hold? Yep, there was a hold on a fat man. There was a hold on a fat man, so the catch is coming back. It don't even matter. That was a spectacular catch. That son of a bitch is coming back. Let's see here. Put on stream right now. The Bronx is the best. Wait, play on stream that the Bronx is the best borough. What you talking about? What you talking about? Why would play that the Bronx are the best borough?
Oh, no, that's football. Damn it, that's football.
Yes, indeed. That is football. But damn, I should have thrown my headphones. But yeah, that was a terrible call for that roughing the passer. Shit don't make no sense. Somebody trying to politic right now. That's some bullshit. Let's see here. Seattle, settle for a field goal. Settle for a field goal. Settle for a field goal. I want a field goal. Settle for a field goal. 2nd and 21. Beautiful. Now, unless they were to pick up find Tyler Lockett and then kick a field goal that can line things up in my favor. In fact, that would be very beneficial for me. Let's see here. What is Geno Smith going to do? Oh, shit, he's going to be taken down for a sack. Huge sack back there. Nick Bosa gets to him anyway. I wonder if that's going to account for rushing yards. I would highly doubt it because that's actually just a passing, sort of situation. I wonder if they would, because that would be interesting if they subtracted yardage. Surely they wouldn't do that. Huge sack in the back. In fact, that actually takes them out of field goal range. William put 10 on it. Said, sorry, I'm late. I need Myers to make one more field goal, and I win $500 for the third straight game. Oh, you out there on Underdog? What you putting your wager on? Oh, there's DK Metcalf. He's going to get across the 35. He's down at the 33. That'd be approximately a 50-yard field goal coming up. Send out the field goal unit. Braylon put 5 on it. Said bad-blooded Steelers rivals are the Cleveland Browns for obvious reasons. Do you agree? Bad blood, well, dating back to like the fucking 70s, then by all accounts. However, I would actually say the Ravens are probably at the top of that list now, because since of the turn of the century at the 2000s, I don't think there's been a better rivalry in the NFL than, it's a 51-yard. Oh yes, it's 18 yards, not 17. But I don't think there's been a better rivalry in the NFL than the Steelers and the Ravens. Unfortunately, obviously, since the days of Hines Ward, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Troy Polamalu, Jerome Bettis, Joe Flacco, Ray Rice, James Farrier, Antonio Brown, Torrey Smith, so on and so forth. All of those guys, Terrell Suggs, Casey Hampton, James Harrison, Haloti Nada. Those days of the Ravens Steelers was fucking crazy. But I would say of the Browns, Bengals, and Steelers, I think there is it's Steelers and Ravens because of the respect that goes on between the two teams. But I think as of late, definitely Bengals, Steelers that are there. But Steelers, Ravens, I would say that's their biggest thing. But the NFC is without question it's the Cowboys. Candace Pateno said, and the necrophilia challenge begins. Well, it might as well start beginning now. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lock on Myers. And did they take yardage off of Geno Smith? No, they did not. So now I have a lock on Myers. So here I need is, well, for one, I would need Robbie Gould to start making some field goals for the 49ers. So it would be very nice if Brock Purdy can put together a couple of drives and now they start trying to score some touchdowns, because now trailing by 15 here, I expect Geno Smith to throw. So this parlay here is busted. I have no confidence in this parlay here, right? So I believe that one is busted. This one, unless Geno, and given the situation right here, this one is already busted. So the probability of this one opening up, if Geno tries to run and loses yards, that would only screw me over. Because if Geno tried to run and ended up losing yards, that would fuck over the other parlay. I have no confidence for this one because, for one, it's already axed in half because Noah Fant has 3 receptions. So this one is busted. This one is busted. So for all intents and purposes, the top 2 are busted. The ones that have potential is here, with Tyler Lockett needing 1 reception and then Kenneth Walker, staying under 50 yards. This one still has potential. I just need 1 more reception from Tyler Lockett. And then, of course, I need Kenneth Walker to not be productive, at least on the ground. And then my next one, which is the big one, Kyle Juszczyk has not been utilized in the pass game, and I don't expect him to be utilized in the pass game. Robbie Gould, I need him to start making some field goals, and moreover, Kenneth Walker, I would like to see him in the end zone, and Will Dissly has to catch himself a reception. So there is that. So essentially for Seattle, what I would need is some productivity from Dissly, and then also I would need Kenneth Walker to find the end zone one way or another. And then last but not least, I need some 49ers field goals. And given that they have this lead, all that I need is for them to find themselves in a situation in which they drive down the field, they get in field goal range, and Robbie Gould does the rest. And given how wild that Seattle has been looking thus far offensively, there's a possibility that they could happen. Let me update the score here because the score is 21-6. Dwayne Patuan said, can God help Henry? Well, I don't think that God can. Candace Pateno. Oh, yeah, and you had said that the necrophilia is beginning correct. William said that you just need Goulds and Jennings to not do anything. DeAndre said, "Seen the code is Adonis." Yes, indeed. If you guys click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, use the promo code Adonis. You can hop onto Underdog, and moreover, on Underdog, they will match your deposit up to $100. So you put in 5, they'll give you 5. You put in 10, they'll give you 10. You put in 20, they'll give you 20. So make sure that you guys click the link in my description and head over to Underdog Fantasy. Make sure that you let them know that I sent you. Let's see how many people have signed up on Underdog thus far today, because yesterday we had a pretty good day. And then let's see what is transpiring here today. As Gino, or I should say that Christian McCaffrey, he got tripped up. Yeah, he definitely got tripped up. He nearly had a first down, but then that man hit the dog on deck. And, oh, no, it wasn't enough to pick up a first down. Well, I'll be damned. 6:45 on the clock here, ladies and gentlemen, in the third quarter. Fresh set of downs. Oh, yes, we are one sign up on Underdog away from 250 for the year. So if you guys haven't already. Oh, wow, we got 169 on the Adonis code. Nice. So if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use the promo code Adonis. And they will match your deposit up to $100. Who's going to be the one to do it? We got $5 parlays, $1 parlay, $2 parlays. And listen, let me tell you something right now. If you only got $5, that ain't no problem. Throw in 3, because you can run 3 different parlay bets. And let me tell you something right now. You can turn $3 into 60. You can turn $2 into 40. You can turn $1 into 20 if you participate there on the pick'em like I have. So make sure that you click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, and moreover, let them know I sent you. Be Real Dale put 2 on it. Said, I need Kyle to get 8 yards, and $200 is in my pocket. Well, if you chose for Kyle Juszczyk to go and pick up some yards, well, it depends on at what point in the game it is. Now, if it's rushing or receiving, for me personally, I need him to not be productive in the passing game. So here on third down, I would need them to look at anybody but Kyle Juszczyk. In fact, I don't expect Juszczyk to be out there on a 3rd and long sort of situation. So let's see what they do here with Brock Purdy. He can't afford to throw no interceptions here. I do not see Juszczyk there on the field. So let's see. They got away with a false start here. He's going to dump the football off, and oh my God, he's going to get the first down. Ray McLeod with a huge gain. What's funny was I actually had a parlay for Ray McLeod, but then they switched it at the last second, and then they said I had to refresh. So I said, you know what? I'll go in a different direction. That would have actually got me on the over for Ray McLeod, because if I'm not mistaken, I think the Ray McLeod one was like 12 yards or something like that. And right now, this should get McLeod. This should get McLeod like 16. Yeah, this should get McLeod like 16 or something like that. Oh no, they're about to update it right now. Yo, ESPN is moving hella slow, bro. They're a whole play behind. They're usually on time. I don't know what's going on in their offices. They tripping right now. Oh, there's laundry on the field, and Brock Purdy goes down, gets back up, on the move. He's got McLeod again, but there's laundry on the field. And that would be 16 for McLeod, and he just picked up a few more depending on the depending on the score. And yes, I do see that the score is, if you add 21 and 6 together, you get our stream's favorite number. What number is that?
27.
27.
27.
Vanset. I did see it. I kept spamming it. Y'all wanted me to acknowledge it so much. Braylon says 27, indeed. And cheers to 27. Vanset. And yeah, don't treat me like a side hoe. We got 600 in the building. We only got 293 likes. Hit that like button if you guys haven't already. Let's get to 400 now. Help a brother out. There is Jennings picking up about 13 yards, and that should lock him up in one of the other parlays. But in fact, I believe the one that Jennings is in, has Geno Smith throwing under 34. So yeah, that one's fixing to get busted on the next drive. There is no way that Geno Smith is not going to throw 5 more passes. So I'm not even going to look at that one. That one's clipped. There is no confidence in that one. whatsoever. And shit, Brock Purdy is approaching the 216. So yeah, that one is going to be busted anyway. So I'll just leave these ones open. San Francisco driving. It's time to get the football into who's trying to run there? Was that McCaffrey? Going backwards. What do I need from the 49ers offense here? Oh, I just need them to get in field goal range and get a field goal from Robbie Gould. I just need a Robbie Gould field goal. A couple of Robbie Gould field goals. That'd be very nice. Very nice. Give me some Robbie Gould field goals. And a Tyler Lockett. Well, no, that's not. I just need Robbie Gould field goals. That's it. Robbie Gould field goals. That would be nice. That would be nice. Cameron said, can't wait for the highlight commentary of Philly this weekend. We shall see. We shall see. There's Brock Purdy all kinds of time looking towards his left. Just misses his man. No flag was thrown on the. God damn it. They're not in field goal range. God damn it. They're going to have to punt. Come on. Come on. Needed a fucking field goal here. Throw the flag. God damn it. Needed a field goal. This would have actually gave me high probability of seeing a field goal in the second half. Or I should say the fourth quarter. I don't know why I said second half. Our team's going into Death Note this Sunday. Well, I'll find out. I'll have to find out for sure. Shit. Let's see where this punt is going to be spotted. And it is, wow, great punt. Fielded at the 3. Good job by the Niners to immediately get on top of it because that sumbitch went diagonally, and all it takes is one misstep, and all of a sudden you got a touchback. Smart punt. Dazin said how I missed the Broncos was eliminated last week because they played in the late game. I had the commentary already, recorded. Then when it got to 99% saved, there was an error. So I had to go back and fix it. I had checked on CBS Sports ahead of time to see who was getting eliminated. They made no mention of the Broncos. I didn't know the Broncos were getting eliminated until I was closing up the stream on Sunday Night Football. Somebody had commented, yo, I can't wait to see you put the Broncos in the Death Note. I said, excuse me? I went to Twitter, and then I see, the Broncos have been eliminated from playoff contention. What? Matter of fact, let me go pull it up, the when they finally announced it on, God damn, Miss Croatia. The Gabriel. Fam, let me tell you something right now. That ex-Miss Croatia woman, that Ivana Knoll, she leveraged wearing scantily clad clothing in Qatar like nobody else. Shorty pulled up to Qatar with less than 1 million followers on Instagram. She got 3 mil right now for showing skin in Qatar. Bruh, she got everybody who whatever money she was making before, that son bitch about a 10x now. Brand deals about to go crazy. She got 3 million followers on IG. Let's not even go through because she showed up with less than 1 million, and she passed 500,000 followers in, I think it was the fall of 2021. So it's safe to say she pulled up with about 700, 800,000 followers, and she got 3 million flat right now. So she got at least, over 2. She got over 2 going to Qatar, and come on, man. Oh, my mic kind of low? My apologies. Who am I picking for the World Cup? Or we rolling with Argentina? Let me go search. Let me go. Oh my. Hey, Adonis Burner. This what you've been missing out on. That's what you've been missing out on. Adonis Burner. Let me just go comment. It's time. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me go find. It's kind of deep down there in the archive. Oh, there we go. All right. Hold on, wait. I got you, Adonis. All right, there we go. Let's see if I get blocked. Now, what was I going to search for? The Broncos eliminated from playoff contention. Let's go. Broncos eliminated from playoff contention. Let's see here. They had it uploaded at perfect ESPN 7th straight season eliminated at 7:15. Right? This was at 7:16. They had this bitch posted. at 7:16 last week. I checked. The game ended, if I'm not mistaken, like fucking 7:05, some shit like that. Once the game was over, I kept hitting refresh. I didn't see shit. Did not see shit. I didn't know the shit was eliminated until at the end of the day. And in fact, this is NFL sports. Let me see if CBS, let's see here, ESPN themselves, 7:23. They posted at 7:23. NFL on CBS, they posted at 7:17. Let me like all of these so it could pop up at the top of my fucking list. Let's see here. All of this fucking shit. I didn't see none of it on time, and that's what actually ended up costing me having them inside of my commentary. So this weekend, everybody who getting fucking eliminated, I'm gonna make sure that I got them all in the death note. There will be no mistakes. Sam said, "Yeah, babe, Miss Croatia." Oh, damn, a couple of people already fucking subscribed to Miss Croatia. Well, there it is. Fair enough. I completely understand it. I completely understand it. Hey, yo, hold my nugget says that France will be winning the World Cup. Funny enough, you said, I guess my comment won't get read unless it's negative or paid. No. I just so happen to see it just now. As you can see, I was scrolling on my phone to go find something. So sometimes I can't see everything that pops up in the chat now. I've got eyes everywhere. But France won't win. At least for my sake, because I need Argentina. But yeah, I'm hoping that's not the case because you guys will be the first to. France will be the first to repeat since Brazil. Maybe who's the last repeat champion? Was it Brazil? I think it was Brazil. Yeah, it might have been Brazil in what was it? 70 and 74, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Easy holding call. Yeah, absolutely, it's coming back. Could I slide in her DM? Well, yes, I could. And I want to bring back sliding in the DMs. Obviously, Instagram is where it's more premium to go ahead and do so. But the whole shadow ban, because I'm still shadow banned right now. Like, it's ridiculous. And my biggest concern is, like, Instagram started paying for Reels. I've never received a single check. Actually, no, I have received $137 I had gotten from Instagram on one occasion. But here's what's funny. They blocked me for getting paid on Reels. Then November 1st was the day that I got unblocked for being able to get monetized on Reels. November 2nd, they took down 6 videos from the summer of 2020 and 2021 and said that I violated community guidelines and blocked me again for getting monetized on Reels. So I can't receive a goddamn thing. I had like 130. I didn't even remember when I qualified. Like, I remember saying, all right, hey, I would like to, or whatever. Oh, yes, that's the next reception I needed from Tyler Lockett. That locks him up. Perfect. As we're heading into the fourth quarter. But, yeah, Instagram, I'm probably going to have to bring back sliding into DMs because people now are sending voice note in the DMs to somebody, and I'm not, at this point, people are stealing my idea, and I'm not, and I don't like it. Because I promise you, there's going to be somebody who makes a page just inboxing voice notes to different sort of ladies on Instagram, and all of a sudden the shade room going to post, oh my God, this person's so funny, spiritual, all them fucking pages, yo, oh my God, yo, this person's a genius, and I'm going to sit over here like, yo, I was doing sliding in the DMs in 2017, 2018, 2019, or 2018, 2019, and all of a sudden I was getting blocked left and right, but this motherfucker getting promoted, fuck out of here. So, I'll probably have to bring it back. After the season, though. Napoleon put 20 on it. Said, if the Niners score another touchdown, do 20 push-ups. I cannot do push-ups at the moment because, as I've stated, when I stopped doing the push-ups, I have, I believe it's golfer. Is it golfers or tennis elbow? All I know is it's one of the others where I cannot push at the moment. My arm, there's something in here, right here. Gee, that hurt. Right in my elbow to where I cannot do push-ups. Mind you, I was doing 100 push-ups a day, 100 push-ups, 100 squats in the morning of every day. I only do the squats now. But the push-ups is clipped for that. I can't, I simply, I cannot do it. I can attempt. Let me not say I can't. Can I? Can. But it's incredible pain. And the time that I did take the couple of weeks off and I came back and I did it, it actually worsened. So I did go see the doctor. And they said probably advise against, doing the push-ups. Mind you, I'm a Vegeta fan, so I'm all about pushing your limits and fighting through things. However, it wouldn't be in my best, my best interest to go ahead and do said push-ups. So I will decline said challenge. Won't do the push-ups. However, perhaps I'll do some squats. Do I have the camera set up for the second angle? No, but I will move to an angle to where you can see me do said squats, and I'll do said squats if they score another touchdown. So there's that. Chevron, put 10 on it. Said, yeah, what's good? I'm at work just dropping a quick donation. Plus, after what happened with that Twitch brother, I just want to check on everybody's mentals, and y'all chicken got to support each other. Oh, yes, the man who was on Ellen. Yeah, I did see that. That he had offed himself. Evidently, he was doing a lot of videos where he was dancing with his wife, and evidently, like a couple of days ago, he was just dancing on, I think it was like TikTok or something like that, and then bam, man took himself out. That's the interesting thing about life, man, because, or I should say people. You never know what somebody is going through. You never know what somebody is going through. But I will say this, never make a permanent decision for a temporary problem. You may think to yourself, hey, life might be better if I just went and I offed myself, but it's never the better option. It's never the better option. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is that you're going through. You can get through anything. You can get through anything. You want to know why? Because somebody else had got through it. Now, granted, not everybody lives the exact same life. Not everybody has the same experience. However, because somebody has been able to get through something, that is more than enough of the reason for you to believe that you can too. So, very brutal, very brutal. Yes, and Jason David Frank offing himself as well was really brutal. Oh my God, wait a minute. What the fuck? Kenneth Walker just picked up. No. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. Kenneth Walker has 45 yards rushing. Oh no. Not fam, everything else is locked up. Everything else is locked up. He's now 5 yards away. Oh, no. Nah, I was feeling comfortable, dog. Don't do this to me. Just keep throwing the football, Gino. No, don't do this to me. Don't you dare do this to me. I could just win $100 here today. Nah, I don't need Kenneth Walker to get no more yards on the ground. They better stop it. Come on, man. What's going on here? What is going on here? And we got to sound the alarm because we enter in the final period. Ladies and gentlemen, we have once again entered the final period, like it is a last day of menstruation, where the winner take all situation. Well, not winner take all situation, but if the 49ers win, they conclude with the victory in the division. However, if Seattle does get this W, all they need to do is win out, or I should say win one more game in the final three more than the 49ers, and all of a sudden the division is theirs. In the battle of the NFC West, will the San Francisco 49ers take the dead Demetrius into the funeral home and put the nail in the coffin, or will the Seattle Seahawks take their receipt to the sperm bank and get their comeback? Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to the fourth quarter. We're in the final period, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the final period. I want to see fours in the chat. In fact, I believe this next passing attempt should lock up Gino. Oh, no, it does. It's already. So that first, like I had stated, this one is now locked up. With Gino's last pass, it's now locked up. And there's no way to eliminate, passing attempts. So that first 100, that one is gone. My second one, unless Gino tries to run and he loses yards, this one is also locked up. And moreover, it would be halved because Noah Fant already has 3 receptions. So this one, for all intents and purposes, is locked as well. So there's only 2 that remain open. And given the situation, for one, I would need Kenneth Walker to score an anytime touchdown. whether it's rushing, whether it's receiving. I would need Kenneth Walker to score any kind of touchdown. And Will Dissly still hasn't even been targeted. So I would need 17 yards from him in order to get a lock over here. But, of course, I need those Robbie Gould field goals as well. But this is right now my best option. Because Christian McCaffrey has the touchdown, Tyler Lockett has 6 catches, George Kittle has 4 catches, Geno Smith has 18 yards on the ground. I simply need Kenneth Walker to not pick up any more yards on the ground. So essentially, this third down, if the 49ers can get a stop here, and let's say a turnover, whatever the case may be, that can eliminate Seattle running the football moving forward, because they're gonna have to pass in order to get back into this game. So all I need is Kenneth Walker to not pick up 5 more yards. Napoleon put 20 on. Said, my bad, bro. Hey, no problem. You ain't no problem. Braylon put 2 on. Said, am I ever going to do the Cash App giveaways again? Yes, I will. Most likely during the playoffs. Most likely during the playoffs, I will work my way back there, because I don't want to just have, live streams where I'm not doing a little bit of a giveaway. So I want to have giveaways that I can, curate for you guys, so you guys can get your hands on something. Chevron put 2 on it. Said, plus, who are my top 5 white running backs of all time? I could have swore we answered that question before, but Christian McCaffrey, that's one. Christian McCaffrey has to be. He's not number 1, but he's there. Paul Horning. Okay, so top five white running backs. So Paul Horning, Christian McCaffrey, Paul Horning, Christian McCaffrey, I think I'll pass on Taylor. Paul Horning, Christian McCaffrey. I don't want to go too old to the days of Crazy Legs Hirsch, but Paul Horning, Christian McCaffrey, John Riggins, so Paul Horning, Christian McCaffrey, Larry Zonka, John Riggins, and Larry Zonka, John Riggins, Christian McCaffrey. No, I can't say Mike Allstott, because Allstott's a fullback, right? So Allstott's a fullback, but then Zonka could also be considered a fullback as well. So with that being the reality of the situation, maybe I might have to count. No, I don't want to go all the way back to like Thorpe and Crazy Legs Hirsch. I'm trying to think of somebody else modern before I get there, but I might just have to. These motherfuckers did not touch the ball down at the 1. They'd rather let it stop. That's interesting. Woodhead, stop it. And the reason why I put McCaffrey is just how talented, the brother is. Zonka, Riggins, Horning, half of Eckler, please stop it. Burkhead, oh Jesus Christ, y'all wildin'. You know what? I might just go Crazy Legs Hirsch. I'll go Crazy Legs Hirsch. Woodhead, oh y'all wildin'. Y'all are wildin'. What is going on? I'll go Crazy Legs Hirsch. I'll go Crazy Legs Hirsch. I'll go Crazy Legs Hirsch. So that would be the 5. Peyton Hillis, stop it. Come on now. Didn't that take the 9 yards from Geno? Nah, not at all. Geno's still locked up. Perfectly, thank the Lord. They didn't take no yards off for Geno for the sack, thank the Lord. It'd be great if the 49ers can, get in field goal range. That'd be magnificent. I need 2 49ers field goals. That'd be great. But they're not going to get in field goal range. But it is what it is. If I can get that 100, that'd be perfect. Julio said, "You sure do love those flashlights. Y'all gonna like them long, hard objects." Well, sir, wait a minute. Matter of fact, no, I don't even think I want to pick up the. I don't think I want to pick up the. I don't think I want to pick up the flashlight, sir, for you, like long, hard objects. How about this one? How about that one? Huh? How about that one? What's wrong with him? The blade of Captain Levi. What's wrong with him? Peyton got that curse. AB still doing stupid things, is he? Brian Piccolo had a movie. Oh, come on. Brian Piccolo was average in doggone pros. Rest in peace, though. Classic Man Q said best 6 foot and under wide receivers of all time. Well, Steve Smith has to be on that list. Antonio Brown has to be on that list. How tall was Steve Largent? I think Largent was like 5'11". Steve Largent had to be like 5'11". So straight out the gate, Antonio Brown. How tall was Largent? Largent was 5'11". So Steve Smith. Oh, Jawan Jennings moving the chains. If only I had the over on the Geno Smith passing attempt. So Steve Smith, Steve Largent, Antonio Brown. He was 5'10". Antonio Brown. So Steve Largent, Antonio Brown, Steve Smith, Wes Welker, and if I had one more, Deshaun Jackson. Yeah. Deshaun Jackson. So, yeah, wait, no, you can't use Odell, no. Odell's 6 foot. Is Odell not 6 foot? Odell is 6 foot. He's 5'11". I wouldn't put him in front of D-Jax. Yeah, I wouldn't put him in front of D-Jax. So, oh, shit, Tyreek Hill. I'm tripping. Tyreek Hill. I'm wilding. Yeah, Tyreek Hill. Move D-Jax, put Tyreek Hill. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tyreek Hill. Yes. There we go. Yeah, so Tyreek, and I was really pondering Santana Moss. I was thinking Santana Moss, but Largent, Brown, Smith, those three must be on the list. Wes Welker. And Tyreek Hill. I like that one. And I like that one. Do I know the show Dan Versus, says the big Humfer. No, I do not. Fitzgerald is tall. What are y'all talking about? Larry Fitzgerald like 6'4", bro. What are y'all talking about? Larry Fitzgerald like 6'4". That motherfucker 6'3". Wait, come on now. Marvin Harrison was like 6'1", 6 foot. Stop it. Golden Tate's now on the top. We're talking top 5 all time. Carmichael, who used to play for the Eagles. Carmichael. Oh boy, Brock Purdy trying to avoid. Oh no, he might. Oh no, he gets away from the. He gets out the end zone. But 3rd and 15, there's Ray McLeod getting out of bounds. I thought Mans was about to forget that you can't shoot bullets with your gun on safety. We're in the 4th quarter. Make sure it did it update on the screen. No, it didn't. It still says we're in the 3rd quarter. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. And ESPN right in front of me is actually saying that it's still the 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, this shit is not updating. I don't know what the deal is on the app. It says it's still the fucking 3rd quarter. That is brutal, bro. Like, what is going on? They need to get it together. Sunday night, they better have that shit fixed. Edelman over Welker? Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Edelman has the rings, and in the postseason, he was Brady's favorite target. But Welker defined Edelman's position, and Welker was leagues better than Edelman. Leagues better than Edelman. Michael Vick has 2 receiving yards. Well, I'll be damned. Santana Moss over Welker. Overall player, yes, but if we're taking into account, the role that they played, Welker's the greatest slot receiver to have ever played. In fact, he pioneered the slot slot position that we see in today's modern NFL. Without Wes Welker, there is no Julian Edelman. Without Wes Welker, there is no Cooper Kupp. Without Wes Welker, there is no fucking. In fact, Wayne Corbett really actually fucking created it. Well, there it is. Don the Weedhead just said Wayne Corbett. Wayne Corbett actually really, went and created it. However, Wes Welker took it to a level like no other. So, Wes Welker, I would have him on the top 5. Because you can't deny how great. But Santana Moss was a fucking beast as well. But I would have Welker slightly above him. There. T.Y. Hilton, no, he wouldn't make it there. Ed McCaffrey was 6 foot. Ed McCaffrey was 6 foot. I don't think he was 5'11". Let me see here. I'm about to sneeze, but it ain't come out. Ed McCaffrey was he was 6'5". Ed McCaffrey, big as shit. Yo, y'all just saying shit. I'm moving on from this topic though. Lucas put 279 on it. Said thoughts on Parker calling out the NFL. Parker. Devontae Parker? He called out the NFL. Interesting. Devontae Parker? I'm not aware of that. Only Yurik said I can see why you say that on Edelman. Good points, well, thank you. What is the commentary and live stream schedule this weekend? Well, judging of me most likely going live for the World Cup, probably I'll go live for the World Cup, and then the regular live stream for Sunday Night Football will go live when it ultimately happens. So I think I'll end up passing on to go into the Jets game, and then the stream will just be World Cup final. I'll go live, and then ultimately Sunday Night Football I'll go live once more as well. So there will be 2 live streams on Sunday, and then the commentary will obviously go live after the stream as well. Kyle said top 5 shortest running backs. MDJ got to be on there. Top 5 shortest running backs. Okay, so MDJ. See, when we say short, we got to go like 5'9", because under 6 foot, there's a lot of that is under 6 foot. So if we were to go like 5'9" and under. 5'9" and under of the best running backs. I would have Sproles on like a returners list. I wouldn't have him on a running backs list, despite the fact that he plays running back. Because running backs aren't, like, especially in today's age of running back, they're not all like fucking 6 footers and higher. So MDJ. Okay, so MDJ was what, 5'8"? MDJ was 5'8". Maurice Jones-Drew was how tall? He was 5'7". Okay. I might actually need Google's help here. Best short guys. Let's see here. Jaquiz. Okay, so they got Jaquiz Wise on this list. There, they ain't got no good ones. Bob Sanders was 5'8". Interesting. I didn't know he was that short. Antoine Whitfield 5'9". Maurice Jones-Drew was 5'8". Perfect. And then they're getting bigger. Darren Sproles is 5'6". Oh boy, wait. Oh my God, this man nearly got fucking crunched. Gino is taking a punishment out there, and he wants flags. Scram Crappy Sharpe was 5'1". Jesus Christ. Barry Sanders is 5'8". So then, yeah, Barry Sanders. Wow, Barry Sanders is 5'8". Jesus Christ, I thought he was 5'10". Well, I'll be damned. All that matters is Barry Sanders. D'Angelo Williams was a shorter. Well, no, I believe that. How tall was D'Angelo? Was he not like 5'9"? Wow, they called it on the offense. That's brutal. D'Angelo Williams was 5'9". Okay, so D'Angelo Williams, Williams, Sanders, MDJ. What else would there be? What other guys could you go with height? But then it depends on how short, because the running backs aren't always tall. So yeah, I can't give you a 5. I wouldn't know. Kamara's 5'10". Yeah, Ray Rice. Yeah, but because we talk about the greatest, so it'd be very difficult for me to be able to identify that one. Fam, can he find Disley? They want to call, but can they throw the? Well, at this rate, the probability of San Francisco getting those 2 field goals might be a bit difficult. So unless Kenneth Walker is scoring some crazy touchdown, I might just have to lock in on this passing, or I should say on this last parlay for 100. So I need Kenneth Walker to not show up. I just need Kenneth Walker to not pick up any yards on the ground. Shady McCoy, how tall was Shady? Like 5'10"? Emmitt Smith is 5'9". Well, I'll be damned. I thought Emmitt Smith was 5'11". That's interesting. And the kid said, what are my thoughts on the Skip and Shannon situation? I answered it yesterday. I answered it on Monday, and I answered it briefly earlier. I think they're friends. They are friends, so I'm pretty sure they handle it behind closed doors, because the fact that Shannon hasn't addressed it to Skip publicly, I'm pretty sure they spoke about it. But I think it was a sucker move on Skip's case. Now, granted, he's a shock jock, so there's always been a matter of, ad hominem that he happens to take on television as it pertains to the players. So there should be, a piece of irrelevancy as it pertains to his arguments in a lot of the different sort of, cases that he makes. But I think it was a foolish thing to take a jab at your friend and say some shit like that. But overall, he was out of line. Peyton is 5'10". Yeah, see, that's the thing. So it depends on what you would quantify. Because short for wide receiver is different than short for running back. Because running backs traditionally aren't all 6 foot. So with that being the case, now when you're talking about your greatest short running backs, like what do you define as short? They have different sort of things here. Oh, what about the Saturday game? That's right, there are Saturday games this week. No, wait, there aren't there's Saturday games this week. Oh yeah, it's 2 days. That's right. No, 2 weeks. That's right. So okay, so what is the situation? Saturday, I will be okay, so I'll go out there. Okay, so what we usually did in the past would be the Saturday commentary for the 3 Saturday games, the Saturday special, that would end up coming out Sunday afternoon. And then the Sunday commentary would come out later that night. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be out Saturday afternoon. I'll go live for the Dolphins and Bills Saturday night. I'll record the commentary, portion of it in the morning, but that'll come out on Sunday evening. And then Monday will be the Sunday commentary. So Saturday's games, or essentially Thursday night's game will be tomorrow. Saturday's games will be Sunday. Sunday's games will be Monday. I get you now. I didn't recognize those games were on Saturday because I thought it was only the Christmas weekend. I completely forgot that now they do 2 weeks where there's Saturday games. That's on me. I got you now. Because of the World Cup final and me going live, I'm not going to not go live for the World Cup final to record the commentary. So with that being the case, I'll just do that then. And who knows? And I'll say this much, and who knows? I might be able to get the Sunday, or I should say the Saturday commentary and the Sunday commentary done in the same day. So we shall see. All I know is Sunday night, I should say, I got to make sure I conserve my voice on the lives. So I will not be screaming and losing my mind. So these goddamn coaches better not fuck me over in these primetime games, because I'm going to need my voice. Am I doing a Christmas live stream outside of the Sunday night football? No. I'm not going to go live the entire time. Henry has shown up to the stream, put 20 on it. Said, yo, Chiseled, your boy got a new rug. Definitely not going to last 2 weeks because of Ms. Booty. What do you mean by that? Also, you got a date tomorrow night with a girl named Bianca. Got the Ford F-150 truck, extra oily and slippery, and hold my nugget seats covered. #fire. You want to understand why you say #fire, sir? Because you got hepatitis A through Z. You've got all kinds of chlamydia. It's a round of applause every time you takes off your pants, and ain't nobody use their hands. I want you to understand, sir, you need not only to seek, God, you need to seek a doctor. Sinzu beans couldn't help or heal you, sir. I think you need to see a shrink. Some Tony Soprano type shit. Some ain't right with you, brother. I just want you to know that. I just felt that you should know that. So, Showstopper TV, for 5 on said, thank you for the Underdog Fantasy app. I just use your code Game Time. Yes, indeed, it is Game Time. And if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code Adonis, and you can mess around and win. Oh, Christian McCaffrey, big hole there, and I believe that should take him over on one of the other busted parlays that I already have. So for all intents and purposes, I'm really competing for one parlay here. And I would need San Francisco to just continue to chew as much clock as possible. Because, these other ones, it doesn't seem as if, the Niners can get in field goal range and then kick a field goal. But unless Will Dissly, picks up some yardage and then Kenneth Walker scores a touchdown, I do not think I will see the big parlay for 20 for 400. However, my 5 for 100, as long as Kenneth Walker does not pick up any rushing yards, I should be able to lock up $100 on the Underdog Fantasy app. So I will have picked up my first victory in 8 days. Or I said 8 days, in like 13 days. I think, when did I last win? I think I won on the 5th. When did I last win? I won when I got the 1,000. That was on the 6th. And today is the 15th. So I hadn't won 9 days. Jesus Christ, it felt like forever. But this will have been my first victory in 9 days. So that would be magnificent. So come on, Niners, chew up that clock. Where's Lord Beers when you need him? Lord knows somebody needs beers. But click the link in my description. All right, if you guys haven't already, download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use code Adonis, not Adonis25. Adonis. And get your hands on said app. And there it is. Huge gain down the field. Is that Kyle Juszczyk? No, it's not. Oh, boy, it's the unchiseled Adonis. He is not home giving me a call. Hello. Hello. Yellow. Not today. You want to say hello to the people?
Oh, what's up, everybody?
Yes. Yeah,
I almost thought you were streaming.
Yes.
Yo, I think I got jukes by FedEx, yo.
I beg your pardon?
I made an order for something from eBay. It was supposed to come via FedEx.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent me the picture saying it was delivered.
Yep.
And I looked outside, the truck not there.
Well, for one
I checked in the crib, it's not here either.
Oh, the people are saying hello. Well, if that's the case, then ask the neighbors. Perhaps somebody had took it, or maybe look by the garbage can or inside the front garden. They may have left the package there.
They already checked there. It's not good at all.
Well, that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, but keep me posted. We'll talk after the stream.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
No problem. I understand. Yeah, they're saying hello. Yeah. All right. Interesting. The unchiseled may have possibly. He asked me if a package had came to the house. I said no. Um, I didn't get any. Nobody had informed me if a package came to the house. So he's currently outside. He just he called to check, and I told him just go look inside the garden. He's outside right now, so he just because he had a photo. Usually what we do is whenever we have a package, we would say, hey, there's a package that's here or whatever. He didn't hear anything from me, so I guess he's just walking outside, and he looked like, wait a minute, I got the confirmation that the package is here, but I don't see no package. So I got him, looking outside right now. Hopefully nobody stole this package. But usually whatever happens is, if they leave a package outside, they will have either put it inside of that front Fox garden that I have with the fake ass grass, or they'll put it, by one of my neighbors. They'll give it to one of my neighbors or something like that. We have good neighbors, so hopefully nobody stole this shit. So I hope that's not the case. But the unchiseled Adonis says hello. He says hello. We shall speak. Maybe he might pop up on the stream. Who knows? But he is in a rather frantic kind of mood. So we shall see. Oh, wait. Robbie Gould trying a field goal. What do you know? "43-yard field goal here for Robbie Gould." Now, and he missed it. Well, there goes that other parlay. Doesn't even matter if you got another chance. Robbie Gould done missed the doggone field goal. It don't even matter now. Ain't no way they fixing to have 2 field goals anyway. So the only parlay I'm playing for, all I need is Kenneth Walker to not get no yardage, bro. If Kenneth Walker gets 5 yards on the ground, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. He missed it wide to the right. So I'm only participating in that final parlay. All I need is Kenneth Walker to not get the football on the ground. And judging with the time remaining in this game, and let me go and change the scoreboard, and I apologize for that. It's ESPN not updating it. I wish I could sit over here and take full responsibility for their ineptitude because it's supposed to, update automatically, but it's not. So with that being the reality of the situation, you got to do what you got to do, So there's 5 minutes remaining in this game. 49ers lead 21-6 with 5:10 on the clock. Currently right now, Brock Purdy is 17 of 26 with 217 yards. I believe he's 1 yard over on the total passing yards that they had on the under. Yeah, he is 1 yard over. That is exactly, wow. Imagine, this parlay, if I just went higher on everything, I would have hit. If I just went higher on everything, I would have hit. Like Lockett got it by 2 receptions. Noah Fant got it by 1. Christian McCaffrey got it by 4 yards. Geno Smith got it by 2 yards. Brock Purdy got it by 1 yard. If that ain't cutting it close, I don't know what is. So I'm not too upset about this parlay because everything was incredibly close. Moreover, since it's 5 for 100, all I need is just this. I've always said if I lose other parlays, I don't mind as long as I win one because that'll cover the investment, right? Because total risk today was 35 Dura. So if I mess around and I get this 100, then I would have won 65 and got my 35 back. So I ain't tripping on that. But that one is incredibly close. This one here, of course, it was Geno Smith and Geno Smith with the amount of passing, given that they're losing this game. I mean, the probability of this happening now, maybe he hits Marquise Goodwin on a big play, whatever the case may be. DK Metcalf getting some production, but I ain't tripping on that one either. But this one here, of course, was a bit disappointing. If I just went with the lower over here, things would have worked out in my favor, but the probability of this working out here is rather futile. Luckily enough, I do not see Kenneth Walker out there on the field. And the more yards that Metcalf picks up, I mean, it doesn't really matter. As long as I don't see Walker on the field, I'm good. Don't run the football with Walker, I'm all right. That's all I care about right now. Just don't run the football with Kenneth Walker, and we will be straight. There's Geno, passes to the ground. He nearly got strip sacked. He nearly got strip sacked. Oh, no, there's a 49er that's down. Ibuka. Oh, he almost got there. Oh, yeah, it was when he was getting up. Big man. Oh, damn. Rolled on his leg. Ah, that hurts. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts. That is not comfortable. Yeah. I think he's all right. Might just be a high ankle sprain. He'll be all right. Matter of fact, no, not even a high ankle sprain. Probably a low ankle sprain. He'll be all right. Just a rolled ankle, maybe. I would hope it's not no fucking torn shit because it just rolled on his leg. I would hope it's not no torn shit. He gonna be all right. 49ers had their way with the Hawks of the Sea. Ain't that the truth? They could lock up the division right here. Oh, no. Don't run the football. No, don't run no draws. No draws. Stop him. Stop now. No, touch him, you son of a bitch. How many yards? Why did nobody fucking touch him? Now, how many yards? Oh, no. That better be 4 yards. That better be 4 fucking yards. They only gave him 2. That's 49 yards. They only gave him 2. Don't fuck me, son. Don't fuck me over, bruh. The fuck was that? They only gave him 2 yards. Don't fuck me over, man. Come on, dog. The hell was that? Intercept the football and in this game, son. Yo, come on, bro. Nah, they trying to scheme on me the same way they did this past Monday with DeAndre Hopkins. Come on, man. Don't fuck me over, bruh. They trying to scheme. They did that shit with Devontae Adams. I said Devontae Adams. With DeAndre Hopkins. They give this man 1 reception with the game pretty much out of reach to screw me over, bruh. I don't care what Kenneth Walker does in the past game. He could score, matter of fact, score a touchdown. Oh, Jesus Christ. He got out of bounds. They're going to try to run the football with him. Oh, no. We need them to throw the football. Oh, my God, no. Why didn't he just score here? Oh, Jesus. If they try to run the football here and cost me my parlay, dog, don't cost me. Nah, come on, man. Because Devontae, DeAndre, it's too many. Oh, my God. Just throw the football. Touchdown. Who's that? Will Dissly? Oh, it's Noah Fant. Beautiful. All right. Woo. Throwing the football. That's beautiful. No reason to run the ball. No more. Great job. Woo. Touchdown, Seattle. All right. Nobody gives a fuck. You should have thrown to Will Dissly, you son of a bitch. All right, Seattle. Cutting the deficit down to 1 score. All right. Well, they got it. They actually got a No, it's still 1 score regardless. They got me scared. What was that movie? Was it Friday? Punk motherfucker had me scared, but I held my own. Touchdown, Seattle. Here comes the extra point. They have 2 of 3 timeouts remaining. Now, there's a little bit of a decision that needs to be made here because they can. You know what's interesting about this situation? They're trailing by 8. So it's still a 1-possession game here. So you know what's interesting here? If they can kick it deep because it's still on the positive side of the 2-minute warning, so they can use the 2-minute warning as a timeout if their defense can get a stop. But I don't want them to get a stop because I don't want Seattle to touch the football again. Now, if they kick it onside, you're giving San Francisco half of a field. You have to kick it deep here. Oh, it's next Friday? Well, there it is. Yeah, you have to kick it deep here. Walker and Smith could run the ball and ruin the night. Yeah, see, the thing with Geno Smith is if Geno Smith tries to run and gets tackled for a loss, that would fuck me over. Right? That would fuck me over. But Kenneth Walker just now, because he hit the deck and nobody touched him. So he just got back up. Like if nobody touched him and he had hit the deck, got back up, and then ran to pick up 10 yards. Fam, I would have thrown my headphones, dog. Like, what are the chances? So, Yeah, they're going to kick it deep, but it's on them to get a stop. They have to get a stop. All the 49ers need essentially is 2 first downs. All the 49ers need is 2 first downs. Depending on when they get the first downs, of course. Because if you pick up a first down on first down, then it kind of defeats the purpose. You pick up another first down on first down, that also defeats the purpose. So essentially, you would just need them to use both timeouts, and then you pick up 2 first downs, and this game is over. NFL scheming on me. Unk. What you mean? Who's the Unk that you referencing? John said ideal is Seattle INT, Tyler Lockett TD for fantasy /underdog, and then Tyler Lockett 2-point conversion, and then San Francisco INT and CMC TD to end the game. Well, perhaps, who knows? There's a pickup of 6 yards here. Beautiful. Here comes the quick timeout. 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 Okay, all right. I think what Seattle would rather do is let the 49ers go down to the, well, I guess they don't want to use the timeout here and then waste it before a first down, so fair enough. You don't trust your defense to slow them down on 2nd and 4? That's interesting. That's interesting. They would rather let them get the first. All right, I'm not going to lose my mind about clock management yet. And McCaffrey's going to get stopped. So now what do you do? Now what do you do? Now what do? You call timeout now? Or are you going to let shit rot? They're going to let it ride. Okay. No, they're going to call a timeout now. That was fucking retarded. They should have just let it ride. I ain't going to lie to you. They should have just let it ride. I wouldn't have used the timeout here because they're going to have to take the snap before the 2-minute warning regardless. I wouldn't have used the timeout here. I wouldn't have used the timeout here. Because look at it like this, right? If the 49ers pick up the first down here, and all they need is 1 yard, if they pick up the first down here, they kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Because guess what? The next first down is either going to take place after the 2-minute warning at, exactly 2 minutes, or the second down play will take place at the 2-minute warning. They should have just let that shit ride and make them take a snap and try to stop them before, the 2-minute warning so they could still have another timeout. This was a bad idea. Purdy's going to run, and he's got it. Oh, he's got it. Yep. And that's game. They said the time is still going to run. Well, that's game. Game done. They can only stop the clock 1 time. Beautiful. I may have just won my parlay. That's bad clock management. That's bad clock management. He slid. I hate that play action to nobody. But he slid. Yup. And he slid. So they're gonna say that, yeah, he slid. So they're gonna say he stayed in bounds. And where they usually stop it where the slide begins. Oh no, he might be short. No, but where's the spot of the football? Oh, my. Well, this is pretty much the game anyway. So if they fail on this challenge, then it's going to be an automatic first down. Yeah, the knee was – no, but the knee was behind, but the football location. So the knee is – no, that's a first down. The knee touches down, but look at where the spot of the football. It's a foot – and he put the ball forward. Smart man. That's a first down. Game done. Game done. Not only was the knee down at the first down line marker, but the football was ahead as well. Game done. First down. Beautiful. I just won $100. Confirmed. First down. Seattle uses the timeout. That's it. 3 knee downs. This game is done. All right. Woo! $100 is mine. San Francisco wins the division, and Brock Purdy looks solid. MDJ put 2 on it. Said favorite Christmas song growing up. I don't really have one. Didn't really listen to any caroling or anything like that. Christmas song. Noel, fall on your knees. What? No, that is church. Not too sure. Ant White said you just won $12.50 on one of your parlays. Hey man, you up? You up. Wait a minute. What the fuck? They had stopped the clock. Okay, perfect. Pick up some more yardage. We're going to the 2-minute warning. Wait a minute now. Hold on. Wait. What the fuck? What the fuck going on? Oh, yeah, because the clock had stopped. Oh, geez. We still need one more first down because Seattle might fuck around and have to. Oh, no. If Seattle punts, what if they hand it off to Kenneth Walker? Oh, no. Hold on. Wait. They trying to fuck me over. They still trying to fuck me over. It's not over yet. Carissa and the guys wrap up the night. I bet she did. Oh, with her fine ass. God damn. Let me tell you something right now. I will put so much appendage in Carissa Thompson. You have no idea. We ain't talking about that right now. One way or another. Henry put 5 on it. Said doing donuts in the neighborhood in this F-150 blasting real big by Manny Fresh. Got your Stacey Adams on with Ashton. With Ashton Boydie jersey on hashtag blessed, sir. I think you need to consult Jesus. Sam Moore put 1 on it. Much love. I need a first down. I need a first down. 2nd and 5 here. 1 first down ends this game, ladies and gentlemen. 1 first down ends this game, and it would be rather fortuitous if they go ahead and do so. Do not fuck me over. Ayers said, how is it the 49ers third stringer is this good, but the Panthers still looking for a starter? And you see Jimmy G possibly going to the Panthers this offseason. No. I actually think that the 49ers will retain both Jimmy G and Trey Lance because, well, for one, actually, no, they might let Jimmy G walk because Brock Purdy looks very solid. So with that being the case, they might trade Jimmy G. Oh, I can't remember what his let me see, what was his contract? Jimmy G, he signed a 2-year contract. Let's see here. Oh no, it was a 1-year, $7 million contract. Well, with that being the case, yeah, Jimmy G will most likely end up leaving because Trey Lance is supposed to be the future. Brock Purdy looks solid. At least through 3 games. So there'll be a bit more time for them to discover, what's going on with Brock Purdy. But Trey Lance will remain the guy. Brock Purdy looks solid. And then get the first down. Yes! And he might go score! He is. Oh, damn, he don't got the speed. That dumbass got tackled out of bounds at the 1. This game's over. Just need a fucking clock out. That boy had he couldn't finish the game. Actually, no, I'm glad that he went out of bounds. Just take knees. I don't want Seattle to get the football back. They're going to fucking hand the football off to Kenneth Walker, and he's going to get 2 yards and fuck me over. Good job. All you needed to do was slide. This man wanted the fucking glory. Thank the Lord they chased him down. Take the knees. Don't hand it to him. Fuck the touchdown. Take the knees. Game is over. Just take the knee. Do the classy thing, Shanahan. Thank you. Woo! They taking the knees. Magnificent. Thank you, 24. I'm happy you don't got no speed, you stupid motherfucker, you. Oh, you slow bastard, you. All right. Woo! Yoga fire. Woo! Hey, $100, baby. $100. Big W. Now, as for Jimmy, no clue where Jimmy might end up. No clue as of right now. We'll see in the offseason, and then we'll discuss. But the 49ers get the W here tonight, Thursday night football divisional battle, NFC West, and it's all locked up. As San Francisco wins the division, Seattle drops down to 7-7, and they are falling apart like I had initially predicted at the conclusion of Week 13. And now Seattle San Francisco is the 2022 NFC West Division champions. Brock Purdy is letting his nuts hang all over this league as the Niners pick up their 10th W of this season, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy D to the Saints actually like that. And it's time to showcase this is the conclusion of the game. Has it changed on ESPN? It should say game over on ESPN. Thank you. It says final now. Thank you. ESPN has been piss poor this stream. I just want to say that. There's the final. It should say final. Thank you. There's the final. San Francisco 21, Seattle 13. That is your final score, and I just need Underdog to lock in my victory so I can lift it and show the people. Well, thank you so much for not showing. Oh, wow. Will Disley did end up having a reception for 13 yards. Unfortunately, it wasn't where I needed it to be. Does not matter. I'm still smiling because today I am $100 richer. Why? Because I just got myself a big W. I turned $5 into 100 on Underdog Fantasy, baby. And Christian McCaffrey gave me a rushing touchdown. Tyler Lockett gave me 7 receptions. George McGriddle-Kittle gave me 4 receptions and also had 2 touchdowns, but I didn't need the touchdowns. Geno Smith picked up 18 yards on the ground. It was all on one 20-yard rush. And Kenneth Walker did not eclipse the 50-yard mark. So with that being the case, I have now won myself $100 that I can go and splurge on a couple of slices of pizza that I won't eat until 2023. But, ladies and gentlemen, we saw the San Francisco 49ers lock up the NFC West here tonight as they told the oh, wait a minute. How the fuck do I put this shit back? Because this shit is why is it? I'm so confused, bro. What is going on? Harumph. Go back. What is shit doing this shit for? That's weird, man. That's weird. But we saw the San Francisco 49ers pick up a much-needed win here today as they told their divisional rival, the Seattle Seahawks, to take out their Metro Cards and get aboard the L train because their life points dropped all the way down to 0 because their quest of becoming division champions was failures. And tonight, what did they do?
You lose.
I said,
You lose.
they did.
You lose.
Once more, they ain't nothing but some failure. Cause what are they eating for Christmas?
Fresh hot ales. 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 Fresh hot ales.
Fresh hot ales. Fresh hot ales. Fresh hot ales. Fresh hot ales. That's exactly what's transpiring right now. Zachary Patuan said, you can't call him Mr. Irrelevant no more. No, he is not Mr. Irrelevant at all. He is Mr. Division Champion because the last 2 games he has showed up and showed out. Or I should say last 3 games in relievement duty. He has shown up and showed out as well. And Mr. Irrelevant is playing good football. And right now, San Francisco 49ers are looking good. As for me, it is about time for me to go and hit the hay. Sunday, or I should say Saturday night, I will be live. Stay tuned for the commentary. And moreover, if you guys haven't already went over to Patreon, World Cup Round of 16 is live. If you guys have not already went and checked that out, it is live on Patreon right now. So make sure you head over there and go and participate. And big shout out to Underdog Fantasy. I just won $100 on my parlay because Kenneth Walker only got 2 yards on that final carry of the game that nearly screwed me over. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. I have been your host, founder, and chairman of Hold My Nuggets Incorporated, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. And before we call on Eddie, make sure that you guys click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code Adonis. If you guys haven't already downloaded the app, they will match your deposit up to $100. So you put in 5, they'll give you 5. You put in 3, they'll give you 3. You put in 1, they'll give you 1. You put in 100, they'll give you 100. And listen, you don't got to go and wager big, all right? Understand. All you got to do is put in $1. You could turn $1 into 20. You could turn 2 into 40. You could turn 3 into 60. You could turn 15 into 600. So you're in a situation in which you're winning situations. All right, big winning situation. I said 15 into 600. Actually, no, it is 15 into 600 because it's 10 into it's 20 into 400. It is 50 into 1,000. So it's 10 into 200. Whatever the case may be. Understand you can mess around and win big. Henry put 2 on, said, Chiseled, I'm outside. I got my bonnet and my home movies. Well, that's great, brother. I got a blade of Captain Levi for you. Okay, you understand me? What's the matter with you, Henry? Acting crazy. All right? But to everybody else, y'all have yourselves a good night. Eddie, take us out.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.